Well, on behalf of Jenna and myself and my family, we appreciate everybody coming out. We're very excited about this set of pigs that are back there. We really feel like they're extremely unique, and hopefully you feel the same way as you look at them. Tonight, if you're here or somebody wants to see it, this preview will be on King of the Hill Facebook page. It's on Taylor Fort's Facebook page, and also I believe it's on his website. So if you need to call somebody at home and let them know where it's at, that's where the actual preview would be tonight. And also in the morning at 10 o'clock, we're going to run them again. Our sale will start at 1 o'clock, and don't forget the syndicate will be followed up tomorrow evening. So we're tickled again to have the breeders. We're very happy they hold what they hold back for this particular sale, and the reputation that it has as far as the quality that showed down the road. And as I look out across the crowd, I know the right people are here to get along and want to win, and we're very, very happy to have you here. We're very fortunate this year to have Kelton. He's going to talk them as they come out. There's nobody that has been around the country more than he has the last 2 or 3 months, and he knows these pedigrees backwards and forwards. Something new that we did, and we kind of stole this off of, I don't know if it was Troy's idea or Kelton's idea or whose, but as these pigs are out here on the internet, to make it a little easier for you to tell what pig we're talking about, since you can't actually read the number, we'll have those tags. There'll be a blue one. I guess all the first rounders will have a blue tag. All the girl pigs that we're selling, and again, gilts aren't selling tonight. They will be selling tomorrow in the sale. All of those will have a pink tag, and then the others will have a yellow and a white tag. So as they're out here, each pig will have a different color tag. So if you're at home, you should be able to tell and differentiate however you say that, the difference between the pigs, and it'll be a little easier for you to tell at home what's going on. So again, on behalf of my family, we thank you. We want to thank everyone here that has helped us the last couple of days. We couldn't do it without you, and you guys know who you are. We want to thank the lenders for having this great facility. There's not a better place to have a pig sale, in my opinion. Thank God for the weather, and it's been really, really nice this year. So I'll turn this over to Kelton. Again, a very unique set of pigs. I hope you enjoy looking at them as much as we have here today.
Well, good evening. Certainly a pleasure to be here, and an honor to get asked to visit with you about these pigs here tonight. The one thing that I'm going to tell you, and we're going to be very committed to do things very efficiently, move through things in a timely manner. We've all been to those sales that the preview just lagged on and on and on, and none of us want to have that happen. At the same time, enough time to evaluate the pigs, know what they are, and again, we're at the Kings of the Hill. The Kings has a reputation because it is what it is here. And after we had the first, I don't know what we call it, a pre-preview or what we had there earlier, I know we're supposed to say, I guess people would say we're paid to say or whatnot, but supposed to say that they're really good. But I can tell you, for me, as good of a set of feeding pigs that I've seen at the Kings, particularly the first Kings here, the right size to fit a multitude of shows, and a great set by these breeders. So we'll kick things off here with Trogdon Farms, Trogdon Show Pigs here. We've got tag number 44, which is their leadoff male pig. That's a Pass the Hat, obviously the sire, the grand champion at OIE last year. The mother is a next contestant in game. The dam raised the division winner at Iowa State Fair. The in-game sow was third D1 at Expo, and obviously the Trogdon firm continually has pigs that get along across the country. Tag 127 is the other male in the ring. That's another 16-litter male, litter mate to their leadoff. The gilt pig there in the ring is tag 77. That's a 15-litter out of Modern Day. Modern Day would be the boar that is housed there at Colson's. It had been one of the more consistent sires that I've seen throughout the summer and early fall here, and that gilt's a very good representation of the Modern Day pigs there in terms of body, bone, flesh, and flexibility there. That gilt maybe has even just a shot more sheer shape and power and just mass early than what some of the Modern modern days have had, and yet at the same time, gilt there out of an awesome sow. A second litter Capone sow. First litter was short, and at the same time had two of their top selling $13,000 and $10,000 pig there at their farm sale. So again, a pair from Trogdon. I can tell you, we're not going to talk a whole bunch about size and endpoints tonight, but there's obviously a multitude of places that things can go. These are on the bigger side from a weight perspective, I guess you'd say. And as I travel across the country, I'll probably make the comment a couple times there. If you guys are needing one to show in January, early February, or even kind of nearing that San Antonio size, y'all better grab a hold, because there's not just a whole bunch of them left across the country here. So a great way to kick off the night with Trogdon Farms. Again, tag 44, 127, and the gilt is tag 77. Next in, we've got Gossett. Jake Gossett here brings tag 35. Lone male pig is his entry here. That's out of pace car. Back on a still four sow here, and all that Jake writes on my notes right here is that he's a good pig, and I would agree with that. This was one that obviously came earlier in the preview, and it caught my eye quickly as a very, very good feeding kind of a pig. That one for me has the correct amount of maturity, or the correct maturity pattern. Absolutely, love the turn to his edge behind his blade. His hip length is correct. His toes point in the right direction, and that looks like just a very, very good feeding pig there. The pace cars that I've seen have started greener and then continually developed and gotten to be the ones that are just as stout as they were. This one's probably as thick-armed as any of the pace cars that I've seen. Again, Gossett never brings just a ton of them there, but I know he's proud of this pig. All the breeders are going to be, but I would say these guys would be very, very, or any of the buyers would be very, very happy to have this pace car sired pig. That is tag 35 again from the Gossett firm. Next in is Albright Farms, and Doug Albright. He couldn't be here this evening here, but sent a pair of extremely intriguing. Oh, here he is. You weren't here earlier. Them planes move fast, don't they? He's here, and probably could have done a better job talking to him, obviously. But we've got tag 56, is that the Berkshire male there? That one's out to top it off on a family jewel sow. Same mom as the champion Burke and the 5th overall at Expo. And obviously the Albright firm is no stranger to having banners and champions in the Berkshire ring, as well as across multiple breeds there. And then the female that we have in the ring would be tag 82. Another Berkshire appearing, I guess, is what it says in here, but out of Buckle Up. And then that's a backbone on Special's mom, the mother of Incognito at Schaefer's. Sow was 5th overall purebred influence at the Winter National. And we said Berkshire appearing kind of tongue-in-cheek. That's a black gilt with white socks. It's absolutely incredible in my mind, and probably was one of the females that stuck in my head as I headed back after the preview earlier there. So square in her build. She's massive and stout coming at you. She's square on her corners, leaving you. Doesn't get out of bounds at all. Looks like one of those that you could show early, but has the right maturity pattern to feed late, and obviously a good sow family that I think will be incredible. Like we said, their reputation in the Berkshire ring is unprecedented here of recent times, and that one, there's been some very good Berks sold this summer. Probably of all the breed pigs, I probably thought that breed was as deep as any. I'm going to say this one reads as stout about his jaw and his head as any of them, and still at the same time handles his rear leg as smoothly and as correctly as most Berkshires do there. That's going to be a great prospect there down the road. That's tag 56, and the gilt that sells tonight is tag 82. Next in the ring, we have Keplinger Farms and a group here that if you haven't marked their success or known what they have done in the last just 6 months, to say recently, but 6 years to go there. But what was accomplished this summer by Seth and his family in the Midwest and across the country. It's truly been unprecedented, I think, and the pigs have sold well accordingly. But he continually brings out pigs every weekend, and I've seen sales online there as well. And you know, it just kind of seems, if you look at history over the last 30, 40 years of this show pig deal, when guys are hot and things are clicking, you better get a part of the team, and that's what the Keplingers have done right here. Brings another good set. Again, a little bit bigger on the size there. There's not going to be any of these left. We start with tag 38. Obviously, that's going to be the blue tag. That's a 31-liter pig out of Moneyline. The boar there at Premium Blend, that was one of the more impressive boars I saw there at the preview, or really anywhere that I've seen of the country there. And then his mother is Baby Girl, which is a tricked-out break and roll sow. The dam is the Grand at Ohio State Fair in 22. She raised the Reserve Grand Crossbred at Ohio State Fair in 23. She's the Grand Dam of the Grand and Reserve Grand Barrows at Ohio State Fair this year. That was tag 38. Tag 123 is out of 8 seconds, back on AC, and all we have written down is the dam is AC. And if we don't have to list there the history there, what she won and what she's already accomplished, she's one of those sows. If you can get a hold of a pig out of AC, then you need to do it. The female is tag 75. That's out of Safety First, the Buckle Up Son there at Danners, back on a disciplined sow. The Grand Dam raised Ultimatum, and the 3rd overall gilt at OYLE, and the 4th overall crossbred gilt at that OYLE show as well. So again, one of the hottest firms, or the hottest firm in the country. The size is positioned where probably people don't have good enough ones at this particular size, and they need to grab a hold of. But I think there's a lot of endpoints they can go. Tag 38, tag 123, and tag 75 from the Keplinger firm. All right, next in we have Eggers here. We've got tag 135, which is the yellow tag, and then tag 55 would be the Duroc. That's the blue tag. The Duroc male is out of Mainstay. That one's mother is a Hero Last Drop. The mother is a mate to Woodruff's 4th overall Duroc at Expo. Mainstay is the main character, Green Bottles. It's owned also with Doug Stewart. And again, Eggers comes in with a very good set. He's probably brought as many unique red ones as anybody the last few years that are able to tie that much width of body, that much power, and still stay flexible with a good look. This red one hit me extremely hard earlier for being a dense-bodied one that has a great body shape, and then that one's as loose and flexible as any pig there. And then we've got tag 135, as we said, the yellow tag. That one had me was very, very high on the list of crossbreds for me. Again, an immature look, but if you study that one's sternum and chest floor, it's flat and wide and square. The top of his shoulder is set right. He's greener than some of the belts that we'll see tonight, but his joint work is right. He's set on his corners correctly, and that looks like one you could feed on and go. Again, that one had a couple stars for me earlier. That is tag 135. He's out of 8 seconds, back on a My Intention sow. Again, the red one is tag 55. Three more here of Eggers, and we'll start with the gilt pig here because it's easier to find her sheet. That's tag 81. That's the Berkshire female. Out to top it off, obviously a very predominant Berkshire sire in that industry, or that ring right now, back on a B52 jet black sow. Again, these Berks have been good. We're going to have to be stout and ready this winter to compete. But the one thing I learned early in feeding Berks is you better be clean about your jawline and neat about your throat latch, and that gilt is probably as good as any of them in that regard. Really good in her back shape and hip dimension that she offers, loose and clean jointed and strong footed. I really liked that Berkshire gilt when she came in earlier. We've got another pair of males here by Eggers. We've got tag number 157. That one's out of Rocco on a main character. And then the other male pig here is a 156. He's sired by All Out War back on a Bravo. The All Out War board, we're going to see him well represented tonight. We've seen him that way all summer, and actually the last year there, probably one of the sires there that you can count on grabbing a banner there at the end. Really, really good kind of a pig here that Eggers brought that's probably as consistent in his rear bone work as any, as short-backed and broad up top as any. Great skull, and again, Eggers always have power, and at the same time, this one's built extremely, extremely good. Red pig's a little smaller than the last one. Pick where he ends up. Another really good representative by Eggers. That one is, again, tag 157. The crossbred belted pig there is 156, and the gilt is tag 81. Okay, next we have in, we got Rutledge Reds. We've got Rutledge here with a pair of entries there. We needed other drivers out here. He was doing a better job earlier for sure, but a nice pair of red ones for sure. Triple the size of the one he brought last pick sale that we went there. It still got along really good. But every time Rutledge brings them, they're great body, they're loose structure, they're practical and look like ones that could feed really well, not pimped on and not overdone there, but bred extremely good here. This one's a pedigree. These pedigrees read as Wintex 264 back on 76 on Above All there. And again, you read the pedigree, rich in terms of the Wintex bloodline and pedigree there, and they read that way. Stout enough, awesome bodied, easy to feed. Their muscle texture is correct there. Again, greener than some, probably a little more immature than others, but a nice pair of Rutledge, and we always enjoy him coming to the sale. Again, tag 49 and 130. These yours, John? Next, we got Fontenot. I thought this was where we came in because the one thing that's always true when Fontenot enters the ring, he liked bone and stoutness before it was cool, and it showed, and that's why it's been so successful, and it's had it for 5 or 6 years. This is tag 48 and 129. Tag 48 is their lead off there, 35-4. That one's out of the left behind boar that's done a phenomenal job and is one of the boars that is probably consistently stamping stoutness as much as any of them, and obviously that one's because he's rich in the Fontenot blood. That one's out of a Come and See Dam. There, the first litter had a class winner at Wisconsin, and he notes there that this one's got a bright future above their firm or at their firm there. Tag 129 is the 31 litter male, also out of left behind. That's on the JoJo sow. The dam produced the boar called Ready or Not, produced by or purchased by Premium Blend. Also a reserve Hampshire at LSU. Littermate sow to say when. Obviously rich in terms of pedigree. John and JoJo and the clan there in Louisiana, again, will always bring them true to form. They're going to be stout, they're going to be rugged, they're going to be loose jointed, and they're going to have the ability to feed and turn out there in the end. Great people, great friends of mine, and great friends to the Kings of the Hill and the sales here in the Southwest. We're starting with that off-belted one. That's tag 48, and tag 129 is the other left behind male. Okay, next in we've got Corb with a pair of them here. The gilt pig there that'll sell tonight is tag 74. She's out tricked out 4 on a no huddle sow. Again, I think David has made a concerted effort for every year that he's come to the King's sale to bring a female that could be a highlight. This one maybe is advanced from a size and maturity perspective that he's brought yet, and still matches the amount of power, body and rib and just mass that she offers. Obviously, probably a gilt there that's probably intended to see a show ring there at some time. But to me, that one reads to have a bunch of sow power and ability to generate extremely well. And then maybe not quite as true to form as this red pig that David brings out, a Duroc out of Deja Vu that's a work of art, son, back on a Here's the Deal sow, the same dam as Lunch Pail, and Clear the Deck. And I can tell you, there's a handful of very, very good red ones tonight. But this was the first one that I saw there earlier in the back, and I kind of had to look up and take a double take and realize that was Corb's entry here. This is a phenomenal red pig that, again, jawline is right. His neck attaches to the top of his blade where it's supposed to. His joints are clean. His front end assembly is so much better than the majority of red ones that are shown these days. And yet at the same time, length of body's in check, muscle texture and muscle pattern is right to feed. That's an awesome pig, and he is tagged 36, his leadoff and only male that David brought, and the female there is tagged 74. Next in, we've got the Juice Burn Firm, and again, one that is synonymous with extremely high quality red ones, and then brings a gilt here that was another one that kind of caught my attention. Again, she's out of Saddle Up. She's tag number 78. She's a Saddle Up on a tricked out Hush Money. The grandmother came from Farnham, traces back to Rockstar's sister, 15-6. This female is a mate to her leadoff at the Coalition there a couple weeks ago. So obviously a very deep litter, a very good gilt there by Juice Burns that came, and again, the story's kind of told. I know that this is a pig sale and a prospect kind of a sale here, but she's got enough weight that the cute baby stage is kind of worn off, and she is what she is, and I think a really good jointed, good footed kind of a gilt there that's square built and maturity reads right, obviously out of Saddle Up, and a boar there that's done a very nice job. The tag 131 is the male pig here, the Duroc male pig here, and mother there raised the $20,000 boar there that they sold last year in the draft sale to Schaefer's, and a really good male pig here. 31.7 is his notch, but his ear tag is 131. Okay, here's Juice Burns' leadoff pig, tag 51. Tag 51 male will be his leadoff. He's out of Snap That, backed on a tricked out Hush Money, Lock It Up sow. And again, a male pig here that I think in terms of just top line levelness and length of hip is very unique for this particular stage of game. That one looks like in terms of athleticism and just running gear, he'll probably always hold together and be able to separate himself from the rest of the crowd once it comes market time, and still at the same time, like we said, size-wise fits there. He's past that little cute pig stage, and we know this pig is going to feed. Really neat skull shape and maturity pattern. Again, basic but still unique enough and great enough look. Again, running gear is going to separate that one for sure. He's tagged 51, sired by Snap That. That's Juice Burns' last entry here. That's their leadoff. Next, we've got Platt here, and a pair of them that were very, very intriguing. We've talked about size, and then we're on the other end of the spectrum. But there's a lot of shows past San Antonio, and this pair are out of the Blowing Smoke boar. That boar, when we kind of kicked off the sale season there, middle or third week of July, and saw a population of pigs out of Blowing Smoke. They were absolutely incredible, and that has stayed true throughout the entire summer. there in early fall of pigs there that have presence, look, they've got hair, they've got bone and stoutness and density, and that's going to be a boar that is heard from. Obviously, Blowing Smoke is there at Upper Hands, the Dieterding Blue Boar, that it's neat to see one that's that impressive in the flesh, sire as good as they have. This pair of pigs are out of a Hangman Punisher sow. The grandma was the reserve grand at the 2022 Indiana State Fair, and a really, really good sow there. Grandma was the reserve, I just said that, reserve grand gilt there at Indiana State Fair. Pair of litter mates there. The gilt will sell tonight. That one is tagged 73. The belted male pig there and the sole one from Platt is tagged 32, again out of Blowing Smoke. Point he can't. But. Okay, we've got a pair of male pigs here that Thompson Show Pigs consigned, and a pair that I saw pictures or videos or in things, and we're anticipating them coming, and definitely doesn't disappoint there. But Austin's lead off here is tag 31. That is a Buffalo Trace boar back on a Play It Cool sow. The blue tag there that Austin is driving. And again, if you just study that one in terms of just sheer rib shape, actual body dimension, and consistency in terms of cage, he's probably as good as any offringer that you could ever design there. Stout and consistent about his bone work, and still athletic, almost has a bounce as he goes across the ring. Love his length of body, and still he's a tall-shouldered kind of a pig there. That's their lead off there by Thompson. That's tag 31. The other male in the ring is tag 120. That's out of the Canoe boar. Obviously, Canoe sold last summer, has had a blazing trail there this summer with pigs there. They brought a lot of money and looked like they can feed. That pig there is out of Back on Top. Grandmother is the mother of Shacker's reserve grand champion at Houston in 2022, and so obviously a very rich one in terms of pedigree. That one hits me again as an immature one because of just his length of spine, length of front end, and he matches that with hip length, a neat color to boot, and one of those that looks like he'll feed extremely well. That is tag 120 out of Canoe from Thompson, and his lead off is tag 31. Next, we have Ham Livestock, Dustin Ham, and an individual here. He brought one, and if you ever have visited with Dustin, watched him in the show ring, watched with the ones that he's raised, the ones that he's fitted, and the families that he's helped, he really only knows one thing, and is to get them right, get them ready, and win. And this pig right here, I guess when I say that, you'd say, well, we're at a live pig sale. How fitted is he? That's a 25-pound pig. There's not a whole lot we can do there, but Dustin's going to make sure they're right. And I like this pig quite a bit. He's been out a lot out there. He's tag number 33. He's out of Picture Perfect, back on a Quite Frankly South. The mother is Anything Goes sister that's at Top Cut. Grandmother's is One and Forever's mother at Top Cut there as well. And again, you have those that are memorable when they hit the ring. You have those ones that get slammed back into the top part of the class no matter what show they go to, and this is one of those. Big-legged. He's right in his top line. He's perfect in his underline balance. His maturity reads right. He's flexible and goes, and he's bred to feed. Dustin only brought one because he would never have the excuse that he didn't bring the best one. Really, really good pig here. That's tag 33. Reese. Dakota Reese, and Reese Livestock here brings a single entry. Again, an individual that if you just look at history of Kings of the Hill and what Dakota has brought to this sale, he has always left his mark with pigs that have enough maturity to know what you're getting, and at the same time have uniqueness in terms of stoutness, feature, bulk, and mass, and this pig just falls right into suit. He's out of the Wild Ride boar, and that boar, we're fixing to see a few more that come in, and I've seen some this summer, and there is absolutely not a boar in the country that's given them this much spread, this much width up top, and have this big of a broad upper hip, and still at the same time square coming at you. And this one describes him as well as a lot of the Wild Ride pigs. This one now is out of a Nomad sow that's showing up on the bottom side of a lot of the really competitive boars and show pigs across the country. This one's mother raised the champion gilt in Indiana State Fair in 23, and this one's grandmother raised that same reserve grand champion in Houston in 22 for Shacker. Really, really good one here by Dakota. I know he prides himself on bringing the absolute best one that he raises every year to the Kings of the Hill, and it'd be hard to top this one for sure there by the Reese Livestock Firm. That one is tag, where are we at? Tag 39. Next firm here in a family that's been synonymous for decades with quality, winning, and just demanding that their pigs perform at the highest level. And I'm kind of embarrassed to say, and it took some movement around things for me to end up going, and not for me to end up going, but they're kind of way up there in that northeast corner and hard to get to for me. And like I said, I'm embarrassed to say that last week, or I guess 10 days ago, was the first time I'd end up getting into to Wyandotte there. But obviously, a family I've always respected a bunch, and was absolutely blown away, pin after pin, in terms of design, look, feedability, muscle texture, the correct amount of bone, and the correct amount of bloom, I guess I should say. Big pig or little pigs that look good and big pigs that'll feed. Their leadoff is tag 34. That's the 23-liter male of the people that went by there. That one's out of Say Something, back on a Hero sow. Say Something is a Say It Back on Modern Day's mother. The mother's a litter mate to the champion York at Fort Worth that the Fort Twins showed there a couple years ago. And we had a good day as a family that day, and that was the pig we were worried about that entire week. And that one shares the same lineage there. Tag 121 would be their second one. That's the 25-liter male that's out of Surrounded, back on another Hero. Then a Dirty Secret grandmother there on the south side. Surrounded is a buckle up a boar there that they bought from Brock Heron at PT. The mother is Then and Now's mother that stands at Heimer's now. I can tell you that 25-liter, I don't know how many there were, Chris. There was a whole pile of them, 12 of them that all ran out there together. I've been able to go lots of miles this summer, and it's been a lot of fun there. We've seen lots of really, really good pigs. We've seen lots of really good litters. That's the deepest litter I have seen. 1 to 12 this whole entire summer. That's the 25-liter. That's tag 121, and he's leading off with tag 34. Say Something son there, 23-liter pig there, Hofschulte Genetics. Byers comes next, and a really good friend of mine, and somebody I've been able to kind of go through. I coached him there at A&M on the livestock judging team, and what's neat is we kind of change roles and go. And he's somebody I look up to and use as a mentor from the breeding perspective, raising his family and doing just a phenomenal job in the show pig ring and in all aspects there. And one of my buddies, one of his teammates, said one time, I texted him one time and said, "Hey, there's a pretty good Chester here." He said, "If he's not Todd's, then I know you don't like him. And if he's not Todd's, then I bet you I don't like him either." And then he brings another down-eared white one that's out of a landrace boar, and he matches that same quality. I guess you can kind of use it to determine of where you think he fits classifying-wise. The one thing that Todd told me is he runs him out there in the herd of Chesters there at his home place there. That one looks different from an ear-shaped perspective. He looks different in terms of composition to the rest of them. He thinks he classifies as there once we get to San Antonio. That is tag 47 from Byers Farms. He's a Can't See Me on a perfect fit sow. Sow was champion Chester at the State Fair of Texas. And he says, Chester or Landrace, your call. I think he can win. Awesome, awesome pig. Todd, Mariah, and their kids continually dominate when they come in here. I love that pig there, whichever direction you decide he goes. Back in order. Next, we've got in Flatland. Ben Cooley and the crew there in Colorado brings another pair of them here that what they have done over the last a few years, particularly initially laying in females from the most successful firms across the country. So they lay the foundation on the female side to mark themselves and plant themselves with this success, and they're reaping the benefits now of that there. And they bring a pair of male pigs here. Their lead off, and the blue tag is tag 54. That one is out of Wide Awake. Again, a very predominant sire, and maybe one of the highlights across the country there that stands at premium blend. Back on a blindside sow. The sow originated from Heimer, Hampshire's there. Grand Dam is BKS's Best Kept Secrets aunt. That is tag 54. Tag 134 is the other male in the ring. That would be a Stand By Me on a King of the Hill. Dam raised the Reserve Grand Champion at the 2023 Weld County Fair. And if anybody has ever followed things there, that's got to be the toughest county show in that state, but I'd say maybe across the country there to get along, and obviously that female has done a good job in that. I thought a pair of male pigs here that again have mass and spread and dimension up top. They're not only big behind their shoulder, but the rear portion of their loin reads wide and big and strong into their upper hip. They're pinned wide. Their bone reads true. They're stout when they come at you. They're square when they leave you. And I think a pair of pigs here. It seems like to me, Flatland always brings them here with a notch of size, and they bring some stoutness along with it. The black pig there obviously is one that some people disturb from color. I've told my feeders the only time that black ones are a negative is at sell time. If you look at the pictures, black ones win as many shows as any of them. I like that pig quite a bit. Their lead off is tag 54. The black pig is 134. I know we've got Corey Raines in the ring next, but I don't have our sheets here. Obviously, Corey's synonymous with the Poland breed, but always brings a very, very high level of competitive pigs out here. Crossbred male that would be their only male in the leadoff that we have tonight. What tag number is that belted one there? 43 is a Raines leadoff pig that is tomorrow. That one there is sired by Glory Days on a Best Kept Secret sow there. I'm going to tell you one of the bigger centered ones that we had enter the ring earlier today. Again, very, very square and full in his upper hip. One of the wider constructed ones that we've had that still stays collected as he leaves you. He's got the bend to his hock there, I think, to feed. Again, awesome bodied, awesome presence, I think, as he comes in. That's Raines crossbred male entry, and that's tag 43. The gilt that Raines breeds, again, we talked about how competitive that he always is in the Poland ring, and very, very hard to turn whenever they enter that show circle there. That gilt's tag is 76. That one's out of the 80 bore that's at Foots, back on a due process sow. Green, immature, really, really neat about the front third of her body. Awesome in terms of her footwork. We talked about for those to win and grab a banner, they have to be unique for their breed. I think that Poland female is, and again, that's tag 76. I've got to make a correction as we kind of went through the females. I got ahead of myself. I thought we were selling them tonight and got a little excited. They're going to be the second round tomorrow. All females will sell tomorrow, and the second round will run the first round of males all the blue tag males, then all the pink tag females will come in the second round. Again, these are Rains Livestock's entries here, pole and gilt and tag 43 male. Mark Gray's in the ring next, and one of the people that we always look forward to having at each one of the Texas sales or anytime we end up to a show. Awesome individual and one that's fun to visit with, and obviously has a long-running passion there to making competitive show gilts or show barrows and show gilts alike. There's a pair of females there behind these that I've gotten the privilege to judge in the show ring and got along extremely good. Their lead off is tag 52. That's the Dark Cross 16-liter male pig. Again, we've referenced All Out War. This is another All Out War sired pig there in tag 52. That's out of Next Intention on Rusty Cage's littermate sister. Dam is a littermate to Unleash. She raised the grand gilt at their county last year, and a pair of them that brought 65,000 at established in 23. That was a very popular pig there last year, I guess, in that sale. That's tag 52. The other pig there, tag 132, the blue male is an OMG back on a backdrop Next Intention sow. OMG is out of To the Extreme back on the bubble sow. That's a gilt there that his family showed at the Oklahoma State Fair, and I was able to name grand champion there, and it was one of the more impressive females at that time that I've seen. The dam's very successful last summer, jackpotting as well. One of their favorite backdrop sows that they have. Again, that's an OMG sired pig, tag 132. And then the dark colored pig there, the dark cross pig, is tag 52, again from Mark and Steve Gray. Next, we've got JD. JD show pigs there in Oklahoma, and brought a Burke/Cross, but definitely a Berkshire classifying pig here as he enters the ring. Out of Top Hand, I don't know if there's any sire across the country that is more prominent, more dominant, and more, I guess, commands as much attention as Top Hand does in the Berkshire deal here. This pig out, from JD is out of Waterburg on a FJ 44 sow. Mom is a littermate to Sorry for the Wait, the Champion Burke at OIE, and the Champion Burks at California State Fair there as well. So obviously a sow line that produces extremely well. An awesome show pig here. We've seen a lot of those Top Hands. I've talked about how good the Berkshires are. I think this sire in particularly and single-handedly made the Berkshire breed better, made the Berkshire breed harder to win, and made show pigs that look like Berks. This one exemplifies what those look like. Sharp-looking, square-edged, still good-bodied, still stout, and move just a bit easier than the traditional Berkshires out there in the world. This is JD's entry, Berkshire Cross, Berkshire classifying one that is tag 50. Next, we've got Kirkpatrick Farms, Willie Kirkpatrick here, and he did an awesome job describing them earlier there, and there's nobody in the world that's a better evaluator, better stock person, and more passionate about this industry and probably anything that he enters than Willie. Y'all know that. Y'all recognize that, but if you heard him talk about them, you could hear it in his voice. So you're on tag 57. 57 here is his sole entry here. He's out of Game Time, another extremely impressive premium blend boar that I think is going to sire as many high placing, winning, and banner grabbing kind of a bear as they're just the look that they provide and their joint quality and hoof design has probably been as good as any sire. The group that I've seen this summer there, again, Game Time at Premium Blend is the sire. This one's mother is a Come On Back there, and Come On Back Echo, I believe. This one's mother would have raised as expected. The boar there that Wintex bought from Kirkpatrick there, bought from their firm there, and has done a phenomenal job. You'll see a couple pigs out of as expected here in just a minute. That sow also had the 4th overall heavyweight cross barrow at Illinois State Fair that Claire Bobles showed, the 5th overall heavyweight crossbred barrow, and the broadest backed pig at Indiana State Fair last year, this time that Shelby Martin showed, and then a heavyweight division gilt there at Coba was a litter mate to as expected. So we talk about them, we brag about them. Talk to Willie. He won't leave any bones about it or any leaf unturned to tell you how much he believes in this one. Boar barrow, whatever the direction you want to go. Awesome entry, tag 57, Kirkpatrick Farms. Next, we've got Full Circle. Full Circle there came down from Iowa, and honestly wasn't able to grab through the preview earlier, and so kind of fresh eyes and fresh things right here. So we come in here and we'll just name off the male pigs. The blue tag male pig, and their lead off will be out of or will be tag number 53. That tag 53 from Full Circle is out of Close Call. That one's mother is a turning tricks never before. The mother was a highly successful 6-time jackpot winner there this last time. The other male pig, tag 133, is also out of Close Call. Close Call is an unashamed seeing double there. And as they enter the ring here, I think obviously pigs that had to make a haul and had to get off the trailer and come in, but they did it well. They're stout enough. Their length of body reads right there. They seem like loose jointed, and I think above anything, one thing that hits me hard early is their massive muscle, but their muscle lays on their body in a fashion that looks like they'll feed good in their muscle texture and still stout about their skull there as well. Again, first time I've seen them here. Good pair there. The males, tag 53 and 133 from Full Circle. Their gilt offering that they have is also out of Close Call, back on a turning tricks never before. That would be a litter mate to their leadoff male. That's tag 80. And again, that mother was very successful on the jackpot scene, ended up grand champion 6 times. Follows a suit to those male pigs. Very, very good trio there by Full Circle. Tag 53, 133, tag 80 is their female. Next in, we've got Staten Farms, Eamon Staten, and it has become an individual again. I've always looked forward to visiting with at shows and at sales here, and obviously has a passion for the Poland breed. And usually whenever you have a passion for something or you stay this hooked up this long, it's probably because you win. And he caught me as one of the very first individuals I saw there earlier, and he said, "Hey, I think I've got 2 deals that look even that much more different than I brought to Texas, that have that much more feeding ability," and I guess I confirmed that when they came in. You've got tag 46 there on the far side. The blue tag 46 is their leadoff. Tag 230 is their second rounder male, the little bit bigger one that Damon is on there. Their litter mates out of Antidote, back on a no-break sow. The mother raised the champion Poland at Illinois State Fair in 24, the champion Poland Barrow at Missouri in 24, and the High Point Gilts there on the Illinois Jackpot Series there as well. And again, to stay hooked up in the Poland deal and as strong as they have, you've obviously had success. This guy has stayed true to them. I think these guys read awesome in terms, again, length of body shape, as much as anything. Look and flexibility is different than most Polands, like he said. 2 unique ones there. I know he's proud of them. Look him up back there, and he can describe them just a bit more. That's tag 46, 230, Poland males by Staten Farms. We've got Bedeker in the ring next. Bryce brings a pair in here. He actually brings 4 entries here to the Kings of the Hill this year, and I guess I'm not going to sit here and rant and rave and go if you don't recognize the quality of red ones that he brought this year. But every single year, Bryce enters the ring here. How incredible their quality is there. This blue tag one is tag 15. 16, sorry, it was written down wrong here. Tag 16. Make sure you're right here. I guess when you're watching those first round males, you're not really going to look at tag numbers, because as I entered or forgot or went back to the truck after the preview, this was truly maybe my most memorable pig we had, and he's a red one that comes in here. Bryce, I absolutely love that pig, regardless of what breed. I think you're looking for the great big banner, or maybe a boar there as we go. He's out of limited edition. Kaboom, deal with it, Sal there, 36-7, tag 15 there. The other tag that we have entered is 103, the second male that he runs. He's a 38-liter pig here, limited edition, born with it. Kaboom's sister is the sow. Again, we talked about that lead off, but if this one struts in here by himself in tag 103, he is one slick-jawed and still stout enough headed one. His neck attaches probably as high as any red barrel you could ever ask for or ever have in the show ring, and still his shoulder angle is right, his forearm sets in him right, his footwork up front is right. We've already commented that's going to be a deciding factor in the red breed, and I think this pig can do it there. Awesome in terms of hip and leg movement. I love his maturity pattern. Again, Bryce always brings them very high quality. I think this might be the very best set that he's ever brought down to Texas, and he's already won quite a bit. Again, that's tag 16 and tag 103. Bryce brings another pair of them, and these also come from the 38-liter. We'll start with that male pig there. He's tag 146. Again, that pedigree red, limited edition, born with it on Kaboom's sister. Again, awesome litter, obviously. The depth of quality is tremendous. I'm not so sure that this one's not the absolute biggest about his chest and blade, the most manly when he comes right at you, not only of just the 38 litters, but all the male pigs that Bryce brought us right here. Still has that same head carriage and a loose skeleton to work with. Then we've got tag 64, which is the female that he offered. Here, another 38-liter individual, limited edition, born with it, back on Kaboom's sister. I guess this is one there. Obviously, we get along by winning in the show ring. I think this one can garnish a lot of banners. But if you look at the depth of litter and that pedigree, and coming from the Bedeker firm there, probably one of those y'all need to look at from a resale value or a show or a sow perspective there, not just a show gilt. That's tag 64. Again, 4 awesome red ones there that Bryce brought to the Kings of the Hill this year. Next, we've got IDK Genetics up in Amarillo that comes next, and I guess we're probably still in the time frame that we can say somewhat new to the show pig ring. But when you've placed boars at virtually a majority of boar studs across the country and already won the Houston Livestock Show, I don't guess you're just a newcomer to the ring. But Jess and Nick and the crew have put together a phenomenal sow herd, laid in the very best genetics, and brought a pair of them that I know they're excited about there. Tag 37, the blue tag here that Asher's on is a Stinger sired pig, and Stinger is a boar there that I guess for me I was a little naive to. Obviously, he sold this last time. Crossroads has him. The first litter of Stingers I saw, I was absolutely blown away, and I've seen a few of them since then. And I can tell you that's another boar I think we're going to see things out of. That's a Stinger sired pig, tricked out on a never before sow. A second litter sow or first litter sow sired slow hand, made the reserve grand champion at Champaign County in Ohio. Again, that's their lead off, tag 37. That I think is an incredible individual, particularly in terms of body, and one of the densest skeleton ones that we've had so far. Loose and comfortable down low. Great presence there as well. Again, Boar Bear, wherever you read that one. Tag 122 is the one that Jess is on. That's a litter 31 litter pig there out of Trick Daddy, another very predominant boar there out of To the Extreme. The mom is a first litter gilt. We purchased her from Premium Blend Genetics, is what the note says. She brought $19,000 as a baby pig there. Her pedigree To the Extreme. Here I Am, Cruel, Blondie. Blondie is My Intentions, mom's aunt. So again, they've laid the best in there across the country, used the best boars, stayed committed to true to what they've had there, and their success has been marked in the show ring. Tag 37, tag 122 from IDK Genetics. We got Tibbetts next, and again, a firm here comes from a very, very long way up north, but always brings quality. He brought a boar and a gilt there. Let's just start off with the male pig there. His lead off there, tag 45. He's a heavy hitter, back on a JoJo Kingpin. The mom is Panthers. The mom is Panther, and Panther would have been a Show Pig Planet or Pig Planet Gilt of the Year nominee. She was the Grand Gilt at the North American, Exarban, and the Wisconsin State Fair. And that's the mother of this leadoff pig, the belted pig here. Again, huge-chested, broad-bladed. He's pried open the base of his body and the base of his cage as good as any of them that we've seen, and still hard and descript back shape, huge upper pin set, and I think a really, really good lead off there, male pig that Tibbetts brought there, tag 45, and then another unique one for the breed, and then the offering for the sale, and probably the ones that you'll see this summer is tag 128. That is a landrace female there, and I told these guys earlier, that pig, I guess, made me feel better about myself, but a couple weeks ago made me feel kind of foolish because he had a landrace male pig at the established that I kind of stuck around for a little bit later in the sale order. I thought I'd finally found me a breed champion I could afford, and yet he brought $8,000 there for these guys there. An awesome litter there of land races. They're out of Can't See Me, back on a happy hour sow. This one's mom's littermate brother was champion at Wisconsin, also won the Southwest Regional and Music Season Regional, the state show there in Wisconsin. Again, that's a purebred landrace female, tag 128, had an awesome brother. The depth of the litter that they said that she possessed. This one's going to grab a banner. Awesome gilt for that breed. 128, tag 45 is the belted male. Weimer's next here, and again, I've said it on a couple times in either previews or online or when Jaden breeds stuff here. Obviously, a family rich in tradition of winning, making pigs for generations that compete and breed on. But there's nobody that you'll ever meet more passionate than Jaden is, and when that passionate poured into the sow herd here the last couple years, phenomenal job there, and obviously won San Antonio year before last, and brings some that I know that he's extremely excited about. His lead off there that Jaden is driving, the blue tag 25, is a 24 liter male out of It Ain't Easy. It Ain't Easy's obviously doing a phenomenal job there. Again, siring pigs with the correct maturity pattern, tall shouldered, and truly pigs that actually run uphill, still attach high in their neck placement. That one's hip length is a very, very unique for crossbred show pigs these days, and his running gear matches that and his skeletal ease there. That one's mother is a mate to the mother that raised the Grand Barrow at San Antonio there that I just mentioned there. But again, an awesome pig there that they lead off is tag 25. Tag 114 is their second rounder, another 24 liter male pig there, litter mate there that matches that one's look, design, maybe not quite as advanced from a size perspective. He may be even just a shorter backed and broader up top than even the leadoff pig. Those two pigs are peas in the pod. Decide where they end up. Obviously backed by a phenomenal sow, one that's had tons of success, and now the very popular It Ain't Easy boar. The gilt there is tag 69 out of Thunder, back on an all-rise sow. Thunder was the reserve grand champion crossbred boar that they bought at Perry, Georgia this last time. He's a buckle up son. The mom was reserve overall at Louisville there. Same mating as the $6,000 gilt there that they had established. And so again, that tag 69, wide, broad, and powerful and stout. And again, if you want to know more about them, probably get about 17 times of generation there, lines of generation. Jaden could tell you, but I know he's absolutely pumped up about this this trio here. Tag 25, 114, and the gilt is 69. Next, we've got Boble Farms in here. Obviously, Ben's a little bummed up, and he's got better showmen in here anyway, and even better if his girls were here. But synonymous for putting champion pigs in the show in the ring, boars and boar studs, and just a family that. That doesn't accept anything but absolutely the best. And actually, I said I saw a couple pigs come in early. A couple people mentioned things. Ben is one of those that doesn't promote or say anything to me. And this black pig was one of the absolute first ones that I heard about and heard some scuttle about. That is tag number 6. He's out for blood, and I've already told you my opinion there, and some of the pigs that have been sired there that are winning across the country and that I've seen this summer that look like feedable pigs there, that have the right kind of muscle and bone and maturity, and he does that. That one's out of a backdrop on a lock it up sow. Mate gilts sold last week, I guess, at the established for $42,000 and $30,000 there. So we've got a pair of gilts that already brought $72 grand. I saw those gilts. I like this male pig just as good or better here. Awesome black white socked pig here, tag 6 there from Bobles. Tag 90, is this 90? Tag 90, the off-belted pig is out of Blackjack. 44-liter pig out of the sow that's a never before overrated. Mom was reserve D1 at Illinois in 23. Grandma is a picture this is Aunt, and the mom of Cheap Seats at Lackey's. And so another extremely well-bred kind of a pig there, brown-bodied, very bendy in his back leg and flexible as he goes. That one looks from a frame size and maturity standpoint that he could fit the earlier show or stretch onto the later one there and be very, very competitive in the barrow ring there. Again, that's tag 90. Okay, making a mistake here. 142 is the off-belted one. That, again, is a litter mate to the one I just discussed, so the pedigree reads the same. Blackjack, never before overruled, but that is tag 142 in the off-belt. The other one is their lead-off, tag 6 there. Again, these are Boble's first 2 entries. Okay, now we've got 90 in the ring, just a shot bigger than the last one, and he's full belted. Tag 90 is a full belted 44-liter male. Again, that pedigree is Blackjack, never before overrated there. Again, we talked about the mom's success at Illinois. Picture this is Ann and the mom of Cheap Seats at Lackey's there. Looks very similar to that mate in terms of skeletal stoutness and just general build. This one may be just a shot more extended up front and even scripted about his jawline. Again, a Hampshire classifying one. I guess he's got white there on his honk there, but a full belted one. I like that pig in terms of just his spread to his toes and footwork and foundation that he offers. Still very, very massive. Both of these pigs is very traditional Boble style in terms of that extra stoutness that they offer. The other male pig there is tag 91, and I think again probably truly the Hampshire classifying one there. He may be truly the tallest shouldered, the most elevated through his front portion of his body, and one of those that as he leaves you won't ever get out of bounds no matter how you feed and go. Maybe the biggest and most consistent is rear leg size there. I think Mandage right one, that might be truly the very best one of the set, but an awesome litter there as well. Again, Out for Blood there is the mother there, or Out for Blood's the sire. That one's mother is a testify, is the mom is a mate to testify. Okay, next in we've got Lackey. We've got a pair of them here, and we'll start there with the belted one. That's tag number 9, and obviously Lackey's firm and success. But there's no reason to talk about that there. But always interested to see what they bring to the sale ring, and I can tell you, with all honesty, again, things you're supposed to say. But this is not blowing smoke. This may be truly my favorite male pig at a live setting that I've witnessed firsthand there that Lackey's have brought. He's out of Wide Awake again there at PBG there on a rusty cage back on Dirty Sal. Mom is a full sib to the Soul Boar. So again, the mother's a full sib to Soul back on the Wide Awake Sal there. Again, immature, obviously size dictates that he should be. He looks like he should at a pig of this stage. For a tall-shouldered, extended one, that one's body length and back length is exactly perfect. Square-chested, his arm lays in him right. His footwork is right there. Phenomenal pig there. I've given you my opinion. You can form your own there, but I'm sure he's going to have a lot of friends. Obviously has one sitting here. The York pig there out of Rooster that's at Crohn's, back on a cracker in-game sow. Solid white classifying one. I don't know how many shows it's been that Lackey doesn't have one of the ones that wins a division or a breed there on the white classifying deal there. This is very true to what he brings out. Awesome in terms of dimension to his center. Again, height, the shoulder's good. Just quality's awesome. And then that one's loose and comfortable and looks like you can do whatever you want to from a feedback perspective. That is tag 95. That's the solid white Yorkshire classifying one. The belted one is tag number 9. Next, we've got Wintex, and again, Will chose wisely in terms of exhibitors that we have out here. We'll start with that male pig, and that's tag number 5. We talked whenever Willie came out with his, or Willie's entry came out there from Kirkpatrick Farms. That one was out of the same mother as expected that Wintex has. This is an as expected sired pig, and I think I heard him right that this was a litter mate to the one that you had there before. That was the first as expected that I had ever seen, and I took note and said, hey, I'm going to pay attention now. Awesome pig there, and this one matches the quality of him and maybe actually even betters him from a look up ahead of his shoulder. Classy and awesome ahead of his blade, but massive in that traditional Wintex look there behind. If this one doesn't have the look, pattern, and general stoutness to grab a banner, then I don't know what prospect pigs need to look like. Again, this as expected boar, I don't know if y'all have seen a whole bunch of them, but they had a ton of faith in them, and I think that's a phenomenal individual that we'll hear of a lot there. And from what I understood, Facebook public voted that this one was the one that we sell, so y'all have already chose. Get to bidding, I think, a really, really good one there by Wintex. The gilt there is tag number 61. That is a litter mate, again, as expected. They're out of a snafu sow. Their mother was their purchase there from Lidner. That was the foundation female at the Texas Elite there at Kerrville. So again, the female is tag 61. The male pig is tag number 5, Wintex Farms. Next in, we've got True Genetics here, and obviously a firm that has. I'm sorry. Oh, you, Brian. How do you get the right ones in? So we got Trace next. So Trace again, obviously a firm there that the trio of guys and families there have done a phenomenal job there last several years there. And I guess a few times ago we said newcomers, but when you've won as much as they have, we're far from that there. But we've got tag number 8 that Brian is on. That's a blue tag. Blue tag number 8's out of Snap That on a Stay Classy sow. The mother produced the popular 62 liter this spring. Produced Magic Man at PBG. The grandmother produced Missing Link there as well. That's the black-headed target rumped one here that Brian's on. Truly one of the densest skeleton ones that we had that we worked with there earlier in the preview. And again, one of those in terms of width between his eyes and stoutness of mug. There's not going to be one sold this summer that's any stouter when they enter the ring there. Looks like one of those that flexibility is phenomenally good. 94, I guess the more traditionally or wide belted one there that Justin is on is one that is another litter mate, I guess. Again, how to snap that. Again, a pair of them, big up top, big down low, great at their foundation there. He's a little bit greener behind his shoulder. I guess my experience is those are the ones that probably truly have the absolute biggest backs there in the end. So again, Trace has done a phenomenal job there, bringing a great pair to kick things off at Kings of the Hill. Tag number 8 and tag number 94. Okay, next we've got tag number 93. That's a 30-liter pig out of Breathtaker. Back on a roll call, tricked out sow. The grandma raised 25-liter last year, which included the 2024 Grand Gilt at San Antonio. 2 other cell makers there. Also class-winning pig there that Camlin, my daughter, showed there at San Antonio, and another one that was many-time grand champion at Mississippi there as well. And so, obviously, from experience, our families had success. That was a fun pig to watch there that Josh bought last year and fed through. That was a pig that stayed true every single day of his life. Red immature early and just continually stouting the way that they should do through the feeding program there. This pig reminds me a lot of that one, but at the same time has more shape up top, bigger in his upper hip, but the same amount of running gear, or the same quality of running gear and the same quality look ahead of his blade there. Again, that's tag 93. He's a Breathtaker on a very highly successful and very predictable sow there that's out of roll call there. Again, another one of Trace's entries. $143. 2 more of Trace Amigos pigs here. We've got the white tag, and white tag is 144. That one's out of One Truth, back on a Quite Frankly sow. Litter mate to the $37,000 established boar bought by PVG, the top selling gilt, League of Their Own. Mother's a litter mate to Blackjack at Purple Power, and again, we've heard of that Blackjack boar a couple times. This one's out of a litter mate to that Blackjack boar, and then the One Truth boar that's done a phenomenal job. Again, that's tag 144. We've commented about size there, and again, use your own judgment. There's great feeders there in the audience. That one looks like he's got some scale to push if you want to, but still some dimension to sit if you need to as well. Can make a great big heavyweight when time goes right. And is absolutely incredible when he comes right at you, not just because of width between his chest and at his top of his blade. He's got a neat little head sitting on the top of his shoulder, and again, got tons of quality there. The other one is tag 143 that Justin's on there. Promotion on a no huddle sow. Litter mate to lead off gilt there at League of Their Own last weekend. Mom raised the 2024 Reserve Grand Barrow at OIE. Also the Hagen gilt that was Supreme Champion at the California Youth Expo and the California State Fair. Very, very predictable sow, predictable pedigree out of the promotion boar here. I thought that might be one of the flattest hipped and highest pinned pigs that we had to offer there. Had length of hip, bend to his rear leg. Again, one that looks going to be ultra stout with a great big paw whenever he gets there at the end time there. That's his tag 143. The bigger off-belted one is tag 144. Trace Amigos offers. We got Knauf next, and obviously affirm there that we're just kind of being repetitive to say how competitive they are and a blazing trail across things. And I think dominant and elite is thrown away around too much, but obviously it's fitting whenever Knauf's enter the ring there and do so time and time again. We've had a lot of success as a family, as feeders. But we're not of the minority. Everybody that puts them on here, they breed true, and I thought an awesome set there earlier. Tag 2 would be. Is he in the ring? Oh, not yet. What do we got, Ellen? Okay, the 280 liter or the 280s, which is 84 and 85. 84 would be the one you're on, Ellen. Yep, 84 would be the yellow tag. 84 is the yellow tag pig. That's a 106 liter pig there. If you visited the farm or heard Kyle describe them, out of Right Day on next play there. Mate's sister was top selling, a league of their own. The chromed up pig that Ellen is on is tag 84. And again, one of those that just looks like a champion barrow as he enters the ring. Neat color, but more importantly, maturity pattern, length of body, rib shape, immature in his look, but absolutely massive when you get up on top of him and still bend to his rear leg. I can testify from things at home. All breeders want to say that things get stouter at home. I can tell you for firsthand experience and then obviously observation, Knaufs when they get home do nothing but get stouter from a skeletal aspect. That one's going to be awfully good. The other tag is tag 85. This is the white tag male, the belted Hampshire classifying one. He's a 101 litter. He's out of Joe Cole, back on a tricked out sow. The tricked out sow is Turning Tricks litter mate, and again one of those that is an awesome pig there. Turning Tricks is the sire. Lead the way pigs have maybe been the most popular this summer. That's the belted pig in the ring, very true to Knauf style there. The red pig, again, maybe not quite as traditional for the Knauf firm to bring, but their son showed one of my very favorite pigs at the World Pork Expo of all breeds last year in the Duroc ring there. That one is tag 137, Waymaker on creation there. Mom had 2 cell makers at San Antonio 24. Mom is a mate sister that raised the Reserve Duroc at Expo that we just talked about there, as well as the boar that was very impressed with there when I went to Milford there that they call Outcry. That's the Duroc 137. Ellen is on tag 84. The belted one in the ring is tag 85. Next, we've got tags 2 and 84, and I think again a pair of them there that is 84 on the big one on the first side, right? 1, 5. Okay, tag 2 is right. That's the blue tag. Tag 2 is right there. That is a 106 liter there. And again, you read that right. I don't know if there's been a sale in 3 years that Knauf hasn't led off. He ends up being tag 2 now. And I think that's probably a sweet spot for a barrow that looks like this chromed up one here. Again, I talked about how stout Knaufs tend to get, and yet this one starts as dense and bulky as any pig that we've probably seen enter the ring there. Soft and awesome about his mid-body, long and loose about his hip, and just glides across the ring, probably as good structured as you'll ever find a prospect baby pig with this much mass, and still he runs uphill. That one's feedability and ceiling is as high as probably any of them I think Kyle and Ellen have brought out there. Again, that's tag 2, and that's their lead-off pig there. This one is tag 138, probably the one that has the most size scale. I think probably saved back for the Kings of the Hill. He's out of that popular Lead the Way boar. Again, when people call me and say, of the pigs that you've seen across the country, what is a pig there or a boar there that sired as many of them that you wrote down as any? And that would single-handedly be Lead the Way. That one's out of a My Intention sow. Mate brother is the $25,000 leadoff at Lackey Sale. Grandma is actually Lead the Way's grandmother. So obviously a line bred one that Kyle had calculated and had chosen to breed this way. So again, that is tag 138, and then the leadoff is tag number 2. Next, we've got Knaus Gilts, and he's never going to release very many of these, and he's always going to bring them whenever they've got confidence here, or he's got confidence in them. But again, I was in Illinois a couple weeks ago, and this one was obviously smaller at that particular time, and he rolled her out and said it was one of his favorite ones that he had made. She stayed true there, and just I don't know if he even gotten better, but out to lead the way, back on next play. Next play's mom is Lead the Way's grandmother. Obviously has faith in that pedigree. We've seen what he's been able to put together and build, lining those things up and then allowing them to reproduce. I guess, obviously, we talk about show pigs this time of the year, but again, resale value, but more importantly, from a breeder aspect, can you imagine what this one will do in the sow lot? Again, Knaus only brings out the best. He says this one he might have as much faith as any of them there. Tag 59. Do what you choose to with her. Absolutely phenomenal individual there that rounds out the Knaus offerings here for Kings. Next, we've got Swallow Farms, Gabe Swallow, and Ryan is in the ring. He did a good job recruiting, getting the most talented person in Louisiana here in the ring. And Gabe's one of my very best friends, and somebody again I look up to, not only as a breeder, but as a dad and a person, and one of those guys that repetitively brings quality stock here that he believes in. Has got as many banners as any of them. He's kind of one of those firms there that I can tell you that I kind of close my eyes, grab some of them, and make sure that you have a Swallow pig on feed, because they're going to win and they're going to feed well. He only demands the best. He's created a habit of laying in successful show gilts, and if you ever want to talk to him later as far as his theory in doing that, then then it's interesting to hear. But obviously reap the benefits. This pair of pigs, they're 27-liter pigs. They're out of Moneyline, a boar that he raised there that stands at premium blend on a Here I Am sow. The mom is a litter mate to Money's On's mom. The mom is also the mother of Camlin, my daughter's pig there that won our Montgomery County Fair last year. That I can tell you, she had a phenomenal year last year, and it was fun to experience. That pig ranks in the top 3 of the ones that we've showed, and one of those very, very memorable pigs there. These are out of that pig's mother, as well as a litter mate to Money's On's mom. The and the mother was the champion Division I at LSU. Again, traditional laying in successful crossbred gilts there that showed and were successful. The lead off is the smaller one that Gabe is on. That is tag 17. Tag 104 is the larger one that Ryan is showing there. Hampshire classifying, boars, bears, whatever you do there. Again, close your eyes, buy a Swallow pig. You'll be very, very happy. Got Crossroads in next, and we've got I think 5 entries here. We start off with the red pig here, and I believe he is. We're gonna need a tag 115. Tag 115, yellow tag 115, and if you think about Crossroads, Adam Beck's family, they're obviously synonymous with a very, very high quality boar stud, as well as high quality show pigs of all breeds. And one of the first things that comes to mind is the red hog ring there, and this is a neat show pig here that again so unique, ahead of his shoulder, but combines that with a short back design, a round rib cage, loose jointed, and if you talk about consistency of bone work from the top of his rear leg column to the bottom of his foot design, and then a square-footed one. That one's just got red hog feeding ability all the way through. And then we've got the Wild Ride pig there, which is their leadoff, I believe. There, the Wild Ride 81-liter pig, the belted crossbred here that's in the middle of the ring. We've talked about Wild Ride success and early how good he's done. That one's out of a Saved by Grace sow. The dam was 4th over across gilt at NJSS. The Grand Dam was a $22,000 purchase from Sloan. Dense, wide, bulky, stout, sound, all those description words that you'd had. Brad. Again, that one looks like his feeding window is huge, awesome colored. That one's going to feed very, very good. Crossroads brought a good set. That's the one they decided to lead off with on the crossbred. The other one is tag 115. The crossbred was tag 26, by the way. Okay, we've got a solid white, white female there, pink tag 70. One thing we've talked about is their ability to have very, very competitive red ones across all breeds, but in that gilt ring, I don't think they're about dominant, and particularly in the Yorkshire ring here. That gilt there that they'll be offered in the second round tomorrow, tag 20. What tag were we at? 70, okay. Tag 70 is an all by myself on a big paw sow. Dam is a litter mate to the 2023 NJSS Grand Overall Gilt there in Louisville. And so phenomenal Yorkshire female. Looks like one of those, if we're ever trying to get one of those scholarships, we just need to latch on and grab a hold of a Crossroads Yorkshire female there, tag 70. And then we've got tag 151, another Duroc here, 42-liter Duroc out of Burst on a statement day. Dam was the $17,000 bred purchase from Blaine Olson. Grand Dam is the dam of work of art. And so richly bred, a pig there that looks like he's got some size and some grow about him. And the red deal, obviously they tend to do that. This one may be truly the heaviest skeleton one of the red ones offered here at Kings of the Hill. That one is tag 151. Again, the Yorkshire gilt was tag 70. Latch on here from Crossroads Genetics. We've got Ogle in next, and Ogle's leadoff pig is tag number 13, and you know those things that kind of resonate with you and grab you early, and that you're anticipating coming to the sale. You know, I've never been a big promoter, I guess a big advocate of having to picture baby pigs before a live sale, but when this picture hit Facebook, I took note and was one of the pigs I wanted to see. He's green, he's immature, and he's little, but imagine that one grown up to market weight size there in a show in March. Absolutely gorgeous from the profile, dead level up top, perfect underline balance, bone is consistent, footwork is right. You're not going to have to worry about his feet crashing and going south on you like we see too many times these days. Absolutely love that show pig. He's tag number 13. He's out for blood. We've already talked about him. King Cobra Sow is the mother. Dam's the mother of Rain Man at Premium Blend, and obviously very, very successful sow line there that Brandon brings us. The other one is tag 145. That's another out for blood. King Cobra, another 30-liter pig there. Looks right here. I need to take notes sometimes. We only brought 30-liter pigs there, so. Consistency in a litter, depth of quality there, should have even more confidence. That might be the bigger bodied and even stouter headed option of the pair there. Again, that's tag 145, yellow tag. Blue tag is tag number 13. Like we just commented, we bring another pair of 30-liter male pigs here, tags 99 and tags 100. They'll sell together there in the order, but tags 99 would be the wider belted one, the yellow tag, white tag 100. Again, from the very deep 30-liter that's out for blood on a King Cobra. Brandon made the comment, we kind of paired things up, and as we kind of go from there, these are the ones that offer even that much stoutness and that much more density, I guess, from a skeletal aspect. I'm sure just maturity pattern they got on things. You can kind of use these as a precursor, what the other ones will develop like. But again, we don't show them as litters. We don't show them as pins. You throw every one of these 30-liter pigs in there individually. You've got to be impressed there. The wide-belted one might be the shortest about his body and still tall-fronted. Soft and pliable down low and has a feeding muscle texture there. Great bend to his rear leg there. The absolute stoutest one of all of them is the true belted one there in the ring, the white tagged one there, and that one's width between his eyes, stoutness of jaw, blade, chest, and forearm coming at you. He's an absolute man. He offers a little more length of body and length of hip. Looks like you could kind of hammer down and feed on him if you needed to show early, but still's got the mass to hold and go. Again, we're not going to talk about endpoints. They'll let you know where to feed them there, but this is tags 99 and 100. All four of those 30 litters from Ogle. Great set. Look them up there back as you start studying things for tomorrow. We got Hildy here in next, and obviously a firm that is no stranger to selling little pigs that go on and feed. And when I say little, they always seem to be one of the pounds lighter ones that we go in here. But an awesome firm, an awesome group here. Grant brings this one down, and again, I've been able to travel more this summer than I ever have before, and was the second time I've judged one show in Pennsylvania when I was able to go by. We went to their first farm sale, and was one of the most fun times I've had. Great people, and again, awesome genetics. Able to go through the G barn and see the sows. And if you can look at the rear view of those sows and see the size of legs that they offer, the stoutness that they have in terms of hip and rib, and it just told the story of what things look like and why Hilty gets along so well. This is a 71 litter pig. He is tag 22. He's out of Blowing Smoke. Obviously, we've talked about Blowing Smoke and going to a couple more times here tonight on a no comparison sow. The sow is a mate to the mother of the $80,000 pig that they sold at the opener there, and a never put for grandma is the $74,000 half interest sow that I believe was the lead off, but I know sold in their bred female cell there that they had a couple times ago. But again, full brother to the one that they had at the opener. This is one awesome baby show pig here, and again, offers the Hilty stoutness, the Blowing Smoke look, and you just dig in. Again, they came from Pennsylvania with one offering they're very proud of. Tag 22. Again, a firm there that is no stranger to success, and become a very good friend of mine. They're Troy Sloan, Team Sloan group here. We've got tag 88 and 89 here in the ring. Yellow tag will be the one that Camlin is on. Tag 88 out of Past the Hat. Again, the sire that they raised that ended up siring the grand champion at OIE last year. That one's mother is an unashamed and never before sow. The mom just raised the reserve grand champion there in Indiana. And I think a really good sow there, and a sow line. That's tag 88, 185 liter pig there. That's the true belted one that Camlin is on. And again, one that I think offers feedability, height the shoulder, correct length of body, and the right kind of muscle. Clean joints and strong feet. I don't know where you could really go wrong there on tag 80, 89, or 88. 89 is the other one. The Blowing Smoke board that we've just talked about. Don't Shoot Whiskey is the mother. Mom was Canal's leadoff gilt at Kings. She's also the same sow as Canoe. So richly bred. They've known for laying as many good females as any of them. Hyper focused on producing high quality ones there. As you talk to Troy, talk to the Sloan group there. The one thing that is very unique to their operation, they've probably combed through 100 of these and culled them extremely hard. Absolutely the best of the best is what they offer. That's not just lip service. That's what they do. They eat a lot of really good pigs and feeder pig them to make sure the ones they believe in come in here. 88, 89, the first two from Team Sloan. Okay, we've got the first one that comes in is the belted one. That's yellow tag 141 out of Glory Days. Obviously, the AC reared pig there that they raised out of a tricked out never before. The mom is a mate sister to that Past the Hat boar that we just talked about. That's done such a good job siren winners. The mother is a mate sister to Past the Hat there on tag 141. Maybe a little bit a bigger one in terms of their weight and size, but looks looks like his feeding window is great. That one truly is maybe the broadest backed one. If you get right on top of him, spread up top is unbelievable, but they've got the traditional Sloan jawline look, skull, and ear set that makes them look like champions when they enter the ring. We saved their lead off in terms of the blue one here, blue tag number 4 for the last one that we discussed there. I guess we've talked about the quality Sloan brings. That one matches that, but we don't know if we've ever seen a blue one that entered the ring that high quality and that good there. Out of the canoe boar, the canal boar that sold last year that's done such a great job. His mother is a backdrop in-game. Mom is a litter mate to Jackson's popular bear at Kansas City. And this litter, he notes, is absolutely incredible. And again, we've talked about blue ones being separated at some shows. In the last 2 years, you might have seen as many white crosses, as many blue pigs get the grand champion banner as any other color pattern there that there is, because separating them, we thought at first just gave them a chance. What it did is it made them better and made pigs that compete. I absolutely do not care what color that pig is. He's as good as it could offer. Sloan brought a really, really good blue one and an awesome set of black belted ones at the end. That's tag 4. The other one is tag 141. Great job again by Team Sloan.
I don't know.
Well, it doesn't surprise you that Cameron doesn't really know if he gave us a sheet or not, but this is Cameron Knight. And obviously now it does not matter, does it, Camo? They don't show with the ear tag. They don't show with the pedigree. They show for quality here, and he's always going to bring a good one there. And I can tell you right here, this is a show pig there. Earlier when he brought him in, had as much look, pizzazz, and style as any of them there. We were fence neighbors just shared a barbed wire fence when Cameron was born. I've known his family forever. His dad was started out as my county agent before he was at ADM. And again, they know show pigs, they know quality, they know what it takes to win. Awesome pig here, level designed, awesome look, sound and correct on his feet and legs. He's out of driving force, back slap, never before. Bought the gilt from Dustin Ham in Arizona last time. Mate brought a lot of money at Luke's other sale. He always brings good pigs. They don't show with a pedigree. They all have really good pedigrees there. I bought the pig at the opener. Everybody thought he was phenomenal. I thought I stole him there. He's better today than he was last time. The pig's feed, he has them presented great, but they're good feeding kind of a pigs there with awesome mothers, and there's nobody that outworks Cameron there for sure, except getting paperwork turned in. Tag, what were we? 229. He's first rounder, but he's 229. Blue tag. All right, we'll get with more organized people here with Lidner. We've got Lidner here. We've got the first male pig here. We've got blue tag that Fallon is on their lead off here. Blue tag 3. That one's out of the popular wild ride board that we've talked about several times. The mother is a next play, never before. Another pig there that pictured well, but probably impressed me more in person. The bend to his leg, the length of his hip, and a unique combination in terms of height, the shoulder, and presence with a great big center body cage in him. And I'm just, again, Lidner's we're right here. Didn't have far to go, but they had an awesome farm sale a few weeks ago. And the one comment that Camlin made there as we left, and she even said today, seems like all Lidner's pigs look the same at the beginning, and at the end they tend to win, and so obviously you can buy with confidence there. 86 is the other male pig there on the far side, yellow tag 86. He's out of wild ride as well, back on a never before sow. I guess as we scanned across the group of Lidners, I thought that was the stoutest in terms of skeletal mass, stoutest in terms of rear leg. Really neat kind of a prospect out of wild ride there. Those are always massive muscled. This one reads as one of those that'll stay really good in terms of the skeletal quality there as well. Then we've got the gilt. That is tag 160. Tag 60 here on the gilt. That's a Wild Ride as well. That's a litter mate to the one we just talked about there. Wild Ride, never before. 67 litter pig there. Again, that's tag tag number 60. Again, we talk about successful in the barrel ring. There's not very many times. Texas Elite, San Antonio, wherever they end up there, that the gilts don't prevail there from the Lidner firm. That's tag 60 there in the gilt offering. Start with the solid white pig there. That is tag 140. That's, again, we're on Lidner's consignments here. Tag 140 is the Yorkshire classifying, the solid white one. He's out of tricked out 4 on a wham sow. Obviously, the wham and the white ring has done a phenomenal job. And then out of the tricked out 4 board that's done so well here. Again, awesome look from the side, great body. Again, we've talked about what Lidner does there every time they bring them out there with pigs they believe in. The solid black one is 87, and I'll stand firm there that the only time that color pattern is a negative is right here or right tomorrow at sell time, because in the show ring they tend to probably get along as any of them when they're taken care correctly. This might be actually my absolute favorite one that Lidner brought in here. Trick 3 is what he's out of, and the mother is a heavy hitter sow. Again, that's the black one, tag 87, loose geldom, awesome script shape up top. His edges are perfect, his maturity pattern is right. That one's going to be really, really good wherever we go. And then a unique offering from the Lidner group here. We've got the spotted male, tag 139 is what the spot is. He's out of the boar at Jennings there, Titan. Again, maybe one of the most successful boars in recent history per the breed. He's out of Titan on a Times chain sow. The mom is Times Square's sister, was reserve supreme champion, the 23 San Antonio stock show there. An awesome prospect there out of Titan. That one is tag 139. The Yorkshire is tag 140, and then the black male pig is tag 87. Next, we've got Rival Genetics, the Swinhagen family here, and obviously synonymous for champion show barrows and hyper-focused on ones that can compete at the Texas Majors. And they bring a trio here. Tag 40 would be the one that Camlin is on. The tag 40 blue tag is a 16-liter male pig out of Picture Perfect on an in-game Rockstar sow, bred sow that they bought from S Squared. In her first litter, she had a class winner at the state fair and a pair of seconds at Kansas City. Really, really neat kind of a pig there. In terms of blade angle, shoulder design, I thought he was as good as what we had. That is one stout-jawed individual that's got a great hip, great running gear there from behind. That's their lead off in tag 40. The white tag is 154. Is that right, Shane? Tag 154 on the on the white tag one there, and then Caden is on tag 124. The yellow tag 124. Caden is on white tag 154. That's a pair there that I guess the 124 is out of Big Daddy there, and back on a Saywin. Here I am, Sal. And then 154 that Shane is driving is a saddle up on a Kingpin hot rod sow. So again, a very, very good trio here by Rival Genetics. Shane mentioned there the 154 pig has a couple knots there on his shoulder. They didn't pull them out of the nursery decks for about a week ago there. Stands behind and guarantees that there. I can promise you that he'll stand by his word there, and that's just rubs there from the decks there. Obviously had problems there in their barn and lost their facilities. Working to get those back through, short on room, and obviously these pigs are true to what they are. Great firm, tags 40, 124, and 154. Rival Genetics. CNC's in the ring. We've got lot 7. Lot 7 on CNC. Wide awake. Quite frankly, mother's littermate to slaps. Mother of living. It's at the initiative. The popular. What? Aldwalter? Austin. Ott Gilt. Ott's the last name. Popular Ott Gilt in Nebraska. Just won Supreme Champion at the Nebraska State Fair. I need to stay on my current events. Obviously, pedigree's phenomenal. There's no reason to talk a whole lot more. Absolutely phenomenal pig in tag 7. And just honored that he's in the ring and at the Kings of the Hill. 92 is the white pig there. I was able to go to Austin's again, a first-time visit. Austin and Justin there again, Eastern Oklahoma, hard to get to, but worth the drive. This was a pig that was memorable. The little white guy here, as he kind of came there. Awesome set of pigs, and it was very notable that every one of them was rib cage looked like this. Everyone was dent skeleton. Every one of them was wide-chested and very loose constructed. Moderate frame, but had enough extension. This white pig's a very good example of what CNC produces there. I guess at one token, I would say I feel sorry for the guys there because they don't get to win in the bear ring quite as often because so many of them get sold as boars. But that's just a testament of the quality. Awesome pair here. Tag 7 is the belted leadoff. Tag 92 is the Yorkshire classifying pig there out of White Hop on a day drinking sow. Next, we've got Winter Livestock in the ring here. Again, a firm there that no introduction to champion show pigs, champion genetics, and one that was maybe a little bit late to the party and didn't get to see these in the preview. But I've been there 3 times, I guess. That would have been about the 4th or 5th time I've been there to El Reno, to Tanner's Place. Sam's place there, and one of my absolute most anticipated and most fun stops there, because if you don't think that these guys have passion, have a hyper-focused mentality there of producing genetics and doing things their way and in their own way, then you haven't talked to Tanner and Sam, and it's been a fun ride just here recently, and an honor to work with them. But we're going to start with that white cross male. Again, firms that have a reputation across all breeds, but this white cross Yorkshire classifying deal at the Winter Livestock firm has been absolutely unprecedented for the last 2 or 3 years here. This was a pig there. They specifically say back for the Kings. He's out of white feather, back on a tricked out sow. Mother one that was the exchange purchase from CNC that we just saw. White feather is a littermate to the champion York at the 23 Houston. White feather sired the champion York at the San Antonio Stock Show there as well. That's a 32-liter male there from Winter Livestock, tag 41. White crosses, y'all can evaluate them if you want to. We've sold a few pretty high-dollar ones here lately. That one's as good as any of them. Really, really good one there. The Duroc male pig here is tag 125, a 22-liter male pig out of Fast Forward, back on a deal with it sow. The mother was the champion red and reserve grand champion in Des Moines in 21. Same mother as Kennedy Clark's Gilt that was champion at the OBSS? The OBSS show that the Clark family showed, as well as the Southwest District show in Oklahoma. Again, a set of red ones. I don't know how many times I've been able to evaluate shows in Oklahoma that the winter firm wins the red ones and wins for fun. Great big bodied, awesome in terms of length. What I think is unique there, they're clean jointed and their bend of their rear leg and functionality of their rear skeleton is unparalleled. That's tag 125 on the Duroc. The white lead off, the white pig is tag 41. Got GNS in the ring next. Sproles, and I think a really good set all the way through. We've got a pair of belted males here. Tag 20, the blue tag 20 is the one Garrett's on here. Again, the wildly popular Wide Awake boar there at PBG, back on a tricked out sow. The dam was 11th overall at OYE. Produced the $42,000 leadoff in the March farm sale. High Alert, that's also there at Premium Blend. And I guess the one thing is, again, when Garrett brings them, you always know they're going to be stout. You know they're going to be mobile and they're going to be shapely. I guess, again, being frank and just telling you for what I see, I don't know that I've seen any of them that have that much look, presence, and grabs your attention up front as much as that one did. Again, one of those I wrote down and started real quickly whenever he entered the ring. That's blue tag 20. Tag 107 is the yellow tag here that comes in. He's out of that left behind, the Fontenot left behind board there on the next contestant, never before Sal. Dan's done over $100,000 in sales already. Grandma is the dam of Trick Pony. We sold at HG at Kings last year. Very phenomenal sow line there. Again, marked the same way as GNS's always do in terms of width of skull. His arm is absolutely huge. His rear leg bends and still functions extremely well. He's got that traditional stoutness that we always are known for GNS to bring there. Very bulky, very dense skeleton on there. Again, wide feeding window there. Tag 107 is the yellow tag. Tag 20 is the blue tag leadoff. Tag 67 is their female offering here. She's a 37-liter gilt out of Buckle Up on a rumor has it sow. The dam raised dugout that they sold Rosebird and Hilty. Pick of her gilts in the 23 bought by True. Had a barrow that won a pile of shows in the summer in the Midwest. Again, the firms here at Kings of the Hill, obviously we're so barrow driven this time of year, and particularly at the sales here, but we're always, Mark and Jenna always ask for bring one of their very best gilts that would have attention not only in the show ring but in the breeding pen there as well. I don't know for sure that this one might not truly be the absolute biggest and hairiest rear-legged one that we have in the gilt offering there. Huge expressive upper hip. Looks like the GNS pigs do. She's going to be very popular this winter in the show ring. Looks like she could feed into those March shows. Again, resale value, sow quality, phenomenal entry here by GNS. That is tag 67 for his gilts. Tag 1. Very good. I was making sure we're right here, and then that is tag 1. Blue tag, tag 1. S&K Stauffer firm there that again been synonymous for generations, and we've got Levi here and the trail that they've had in terms of not only winning shows but placing boars and boar studs. Again, maybe truly the most numbers of both here lately. And this is tag 1, their lead off, and he's out of High Heat, back on a tricked out sow. The tricked out sow is a mate to the 2023 Grand at Denver, and that's one is a mate to the $80,000 pig there a couple weeks ago at the Established that was also their lead off there, the Established pig sale, and then the $20,000 gilt at the Established pig sale that night. Kind of again, unique tidbits there. I honestly, and whatever it is, I didn't have much interest in the gilt sale, so I went and watched the male pigs, or went and sorted through the male pigs, and Levi was there, and I said, well, hey, don't you have a gilt sale? He said, yeah, we already sold them, but I wanted to get back here and watch this, or take care of my male pigs here. He's that focused and that determined to make sure they're right. This pig comes in, and he's got just as sharp of a look as that one, just as a unique presence. He's got a squarer edge and more dimension up top, or a shapely back shape laid in him than even that pig did a couple weeks ago. Sound and correct. Barabor, wherever he lays off, that's Stauffer's lead off in tag 1. The other one there that Twist had is going to be tag 136. Tag 136 is out of Buckle Up. We don't need to talk about his success, and everybody knows there the sow is a never before monumental. Again, week after week and sale after sale, S&K brings his high quality set that they offer there. Dig in and study your lesson there. 136 and tag 1. There we go. Well, let's start with the male pig there, just because that's where we last ended there. That's going to be yellow tag 83 dark cross male pig. He is a crypt orchid there. I would venture to say that if he had both seeds showing and he wasn't, that one might be tag 1. That one is a buckle up on a tricked out. Mom was the champion division at Georgia Nationals last time. Predominantly black, white sock pig, whatever color he is. An absolute beast of a show pig there that has got to be very, very popular. That is tag 83 by S&K. Tag 58, again, is their female offering. She is sired by Stand By Me, back on a backdrop overrolled style, raised the Reserve Grand Market Hog at the 2024 Indiana State Fair, the champion D1 Cross Barrow at Breeders' Cup in 24, and the third in division Barrow, or third overall in division at the Barrow Show at the Expo in 23. So again, we've talked about the caliber of gilts. We've talked about one of the hottest firms in the country, maybe the stoutest armed, the boldest bladed, boldest ribbed, most Stauffer looking one that we've seen him offer there so far. S&K's gilt is tagged 58. The black one is tagged 83. Next, we've got Boyson's in the ring with a pair of males and a single gilt entry here. Our leadoff, the blue tag, will be tag 23. He's again out of the all-out war boar that we've talked about so much, and then the tricked out sow line is a tricked out dirty secret. The dam just raised the champion market hog at the open show at Iowa State Fair. Should be one of the top up and coming foundation sows there at Boyson, and obviously a young firm that has been on a tear both in the state of Iowa and then across the country. Truly one of the most bulky, stoutest, and best ribbed pigs there that I think we saw in the offering there before. He's got a big rear leg that's flexible and works. Yes, he is stout, he's wide, and he's massive, but looks like one of those that is muscle texture and just general skeleton. Looks like he could feed extremely well. The other male pig is tag 111. He's out of Pace Car, back on a Savage sow. We've talked about Pace Car a couple times. The mother of this barrow was champion D6 barrow at the Iowa State Fair. His last year raised a class winner at Denver and at San Antonio. Again, very stout, chromed up kind of a pig there in tag 111. And then the gilt is tag 68, another Pace Car, 33-liter gilt out of the King of the Hill on a Dirty Secret sow. The dam raised the Reserve Market Hog at Iowa State Fair. Open show, the Grand Dam is our foundation sow that they built their entire crossbred sow herd from. So again, genetics run deep and with a lot of quality. That's tag 68. Big muscled, stout made kind of a show gilt that obviously is backed by a pedigree that could produce that. Again, gilt is 68. The leadoff is tag 23, and tag 111 is the chromed up male pig from Boyson. I knew that. We got Brennings in here now. We've got Brenning's tag 14, which is going to be the blue tag, their lead off. That's out tricked out 2. Back on the push, Sal. We at the stud, and Daniel and I used the push quite a bit that time, or the last couple times. And I tell you what, those pigs were as consistent, as good as any of them there. Brenning's another gentleman there that if you ever talk to him, and somebody that I'll look up to as big as anybody in the industry here, believes what he believes in, is convicted, and does his thing his way. And there, the last little bit, I've talked to a couple of the guys there that has followed things over history. We all agree. I think things are back to the same point he was whenever he's dominating things there a few years ago. That's tag 14. Tag 101 is the other dark cross pig out of the 8 seconds pig there that was sold last summer, back on a sunset sow. Again, that's a yellow tag. 101 is what that pig is there. Again, I guess Shane's probably notorious for trying to shaking up sell order just a little bit for me. This one that leads off is so big hipped and so big pinned and massive up top. Shane's are always going to be stout. They're always going to be wide, and they're always going to be pigs that feed there. And he is true to form. I love the 101 pig. He's got a neat color pattern there. His black leg, his arm shape, his arm dimension, his stoutness to skull, his just density that he offers, and a neat tail set and size that he has there as well. It looks like one that, as he feeds and is managed right, could be a champion. That's tag 101, and Shane's leadoff is tag 14. Got Reynolds in next, and again a firm that from Ohio that does such a good job, brings a set of smaller pigs. Obviously, we are all still fairly early in the season, but we're moving to that next show group, and I think these obviously fit there for the March show period there. That belted one is going to be their leadoff pig, out of Buckle Up there. That's out of a backdrop sow, and again, you read his pedigree. It reads stout, it reads powerful, and it reads as pigs that can feed extremely well. This is one neat, classy looking Buckle Up pig that's loose about his joints and right in terms of his foot work. He's green. He should be at that stage. Awesome lead off by Reynolds. Then we've got the Chester Male pig is tag 152, another firm that in that ring, I don't know if it was by design or by accident, but the last 3 or 4 years has dominated in the Chester ring there. Area 51 on a big screen, and a really, really good Chester prospect there that Chad brings, tag 152 in the Chester Male pig. The Yorkshire pig there, Yorkshire classifying one, is tag 117. He's out of Slim Shady, back on a above all else sow there. So a variety of breeds, a variety of ways to classify, all consistent in the fact that their joint work is right, their skeleton is built correctly, their muscle pattern is right. He's not going to come all the way here without pigs that he believes in. Belted one is their lead off, tag 28. We'll follow with the Yorkshire, very, very stout-legged white one there in 117. Tag 152 is the Chester Male. Moyer comes in next, Genetic Eggs, a Moyer firm, and ones that again, generation year after year brings phenomenal pigs there. I guess a family and guys that I consider great friends, and I always look forward to seeing here at shows. Known for stout ones, known for powerful ones, and known for ones that feed at their very, very highest level. Ceilings are high on these particular pigs. Their lead off is the smaller one, the white-legged one there on the far side there. That's a tag number 11. He's out of Breathtaker, back on a backdrop. King. Dirty Secret sow, and a very, very good leadoff pig there. Chromed up, dark crossbred pig. Again, had an awesome picture on Facebook, anticipated coming. Actually exceeded my anticipation or expectations whenever we got out here, because that one is so square built. He's long muscled, but it's dense and stout. He's set square and out on his edges there, but still keeps everything in bounds. I think that one's got a huge future there. Tag 97 is the larger one here. Looks like that tag, the 8 40 tags maybe messing with his ear just a bit, I promise you there that that one's ear set is perfectly acceptable, and get that out and tend to it there. That is a huge leg whenever that one leaves you. He's big body. Looks like he's got a nickel of grow to him, and that's probably advantageous there. He's out of buckle up, back on a backdrop, Dirty Sal. Grand Dam is a litter mate to Best Kept Secret there. So obviously very, very good bloodline for his second one there. That's yellow tag 97. The lead off is tag 11. Again, this is the Moyer Firm Genetic Edge. Brockman Firms is next in the ring here. We've got a pair of males and a gilt there that'll come just a bit. This is the leadoff that Kerry is showing here. Blue tag number 10. You'll notice that the male pigs here that are offered are going to be litter mates. They're out of New Season, the boar that they used extremely hard there at their own operation, and now it resides there at Premium Blend, back on a Quite Frankly sow. This looks like a long resume and things that the sow has put together. We'll read through it here. The mom is a first litter gilt. She's a mate to the Champion Dark Cross at the 23 Austin. Grandmother is also the grandmother of the Reserve Grand at the National Western this year that Camlin showed. A litter mate to Best Kept Secret, a mother of In the Woods that stood at Burger Farms, and then or Brockman Farms, excuse me there. We got BF too many times. We got Brockman Farms there. New Season is also, his brother is both there at Premium Blend. So long resume. They win. They bring pigs that win. They try to bring a pair of them here to show how good and deep that litter is. Carries on the lead off. That is tag number 10. Blue tag here. The yellow tag is tag number 96 that Camlin is driving. Obviously, if you've ever talked to Kerry or Josh, the one thing they will not tolerate is pigs that aren't stout, that aren't burly, that aren't as stout-legged and as dense skeleton as you possibly can make there. These two are a prime example of what they're proud to offer. I know they were excited about them, and they've talked about them for a few weeks here. Tags 10 and 96 there. New Season, Quite Frankly pigs there from Brockman Farms. The gilt there, again, they don't release them very often, and when they do, they want to bring their very best there. Also, this one's out of the Littermate board. New Creation there, back on a My Intention, back on Next Intention Sister. So mother's a mate to Khaki Bishop's class winner at State Fair. New Creations at Premium Blend is the Littermate to New Season, as we just talked about. Neat pedigree. Doesn't release these very often. Actually pretty surprised that Josh allowed that one to come be sold. That is tag number 62. Next, we've got Swecky in the ring. Zach Swecky and his crew obviously always hauls a lot of miles and comes south here and always brings quality stock there. Kind of brings something maybe a little different wrinkle, but they've been working on the red program for just a bit here. These the tag number 28 is the male blue tag male there that Zach is showing. They're out of Make a Statement, back on a Missed Opportunity Sal. Statement Day back on Brake Lights there that they're excited about there, and did a really good job building their red program around this sow herd here. And then the gilt there is tag 71. Paint the Picture, back on a Creation sow. Awesome litter of reds, young Creation sow that they're excited about. Again, building the red program there and doing a great job. The male pig here, obviously, I think we all know, or if anybody started, red ones need to start them green, and then that guy probably describes that. But he's round about his body and dimensional in his forerib design, loose skeleton and clean jointed. He's strong footed and still I think one of those that just has a feeding look about him there. The gilt, again, we talk about the scholarship opportunity there, breeding value that she offers. She's going to be as elegant about her front third of her body as anything that you'll see in the red ring here, and I guess for me, uniquely good in terms of her length from her stifle back and squareness as she leaves you. A very, very good red female there that Swecky brings. She is tagged 71, and the male pig, the Duroc male, is their leadoff. That is tagged 29. Crossbred pig from Swecky here would be out of 99 problems that stands at foot. And again, one of those boars there that the Trace raised that has done just an awesome job siring. Very feedable, very good kind of show pigs there that have a nice look early, but it seems like again, their feedability and ability to just turn out and generate pigs that work is very, very good and unique, I think, at the particular time. This tag 118 pig is out of a Dirty Shame, Never Before Sow. The mom came from Sloan. The Never Before Sow is Past the Hat's mother. So again, Rich, in terms of champion pedigrees here, that's tag 118. We've seen a few black ones. Don't shy away. Take care of them. Get them tan. Get them dark. Get them right. They're going to win just as much as any of the rest of them. This is a very, very nice pick from Swecky there, tag 118. Now we got True in here. We've got the blue tag, which is going to be the belted leadoff here. That's tag 24. Obviously a firm there that's laid in as many very sought after females and high quality females over the last several years there. And I feel like it's just right now, just on this, as much success as they had, reaching the sweet spot of all the things meshing and working for the females that they put together. And the success has been awesome to watch. That tag 24 is out of Picture Perfect, back on a tricked out Never Before sow. I guess the sow line that's been repeated several times there. This is a 3/4 sib to True that's at PBG, which is their $29,000 leadoff there in their January live sale there that True had. And again, one of those that has the traditional just a look of the Trues up front, flexibility from behind. The Picture Perfect boar has done a phenomenal job of siring those at the right kind of muscle pattern, the right kind of rib cage, and still at the same time hairy back legs that look like that they'll function and maintain flexibility as they go. The Duroc that Brian is on is tag 112. He's out of Cry About It, back on a Statement Day backdrop. Mom is an impressive first litter gilt. Mama raised the Reserve D2 at the NJSS, as also at the Indiana State Fair. So again, we've seen several red ones here. This one here that True brings is another example of loose skeleton, flexible red ones there that look like they could feed and have the right muscle pattern for Durocs to turn out there in the end. That is tag 112. Two more of True's entries here. We've got tag 113, which would be the white tag that Brian is on. That one is going to be another Picture Perfect, back on a Next Play Never Before sow. Mom's a first litter gilt. It's one of her favorite gilts that they've had. We've talked about the females that they've laid in here, and for them to say that's one of the better ones that they've had and favorite females they laid in, she's probably extremely impressive to look at there. I can say we've talked about different qualities and different things, the value that they had. We talk about proportions sometimes. That's when everything matches, and that one's linked from his shoulder to his ear, matches the length of body that he offers, and more importantly for me, his length of hip is unprecedented in the offering tonight and really in the show pig world these days. That's tag 113. The other one is tag 150. He's out of that Game Time board that we talked about at Premium Blend there. Quite frankly, Next Intention Mom. The mom is a mate to Wildside. She raised the Reserve Grand Champion Crossbred at the 2024 Ohio State Fair. We've talked enough about the females there. That one for his size reads green, immature, tall-shouldered, and extended. Awesome shape up top. Continue to feed him and flesh him up. Very, very good entry in 150. The wide-belted one Brian's on is tag 113. Next, we've got Leto in the ring. We've got the blue tag. His lead off is tag 42. Blue tag is the solid white Yorkshire crossbred male here. He's obviously solid white Yorkshire classifying. He's out of Tricked Out 3, back on a cracker sow. The mom is a littermate to Lackey's Champion York at Houston in 22. Purchased from Goss at the exchange. Extremely high quality Yorkshire pig here. Again, look, presence, cleanliness, a throat latch, and still got a lot of shape. Very, very good prospect. Again, the Leto firm always brings a high quality set and leads off with one that's been proven from a genetic standpoint, from a winning perspective there in tag 42 on the white one. Blue tag is is the yellow tag 126. Again, another all-out war-sired pig out of Hidden Treasure. First time litter gilt of a young Hidden Treasure sow. Obviously, that sow line continually shows up. That's the yellow tag one, the big, little bit heavier weight one there. Big rib, broad backed, and huge rear legged if you get in behind him and study his bone work there. The thinner belted one is tag 155. That'll be the white tag 155, grabbing across the center of the ring now. He's also out of Tricked Out 3, back on a Keep Going sow. Another really good Keep Going gilt there by the Leto firm. Again, awesome set. They'll feed there. They have a lot of fun visiting with these guys about what they think about their group here. We got tag 42 in the white one, tag 126, and then tag 155 is the thin belted male. Next, we've got DJ Sanders and Amara that come in, and again, awesome stockmen and great people to visit with. That very, very passionate about not only Yorkshires but making these crossbreds better, and has had tons of success here lately. There, DJ is on the blue tag 30, the black-headed or colored up one there that we'd see, uniquely colored but uniquely extremely good, kind of a crossbred pig out of Tricked Out 4 on a Judgment Day sow. The dam would be a mate sister to the Reserve Yorkshire at the grandstand there in Kerrville, as well as a cell-making Yorkshire there at Houston there as well. Again, an awesome colored one, neat barrow in terms of proportions, and the right one in terms of maturity pattern. They told me that this pig was awfully good, and again, exceeded expectations as he comes in. 153 is the solid white Yorkshire classifying one right there. He would be on a Judgment Day. We talked about the sow and how consistent they are. Again, DJ is very passionate on that Yorkshire side of things. He's reaped the benefits on these Yorkshire classifying deals, but he brings one of my favorite crossbred males there, feeding for one of those March shows there as well. Great job by the Sanders firm with their first two lots, lots 30 and lots 153. They're there. Finish up the male offering there. That's a yellow tag 119. Yellow tag 119, another Yorkshire classifying male out of Slim Shady there at Danner's, back on the top. That's a sow there. Dam is a mate to Shelby Martin's very successful barrel this last summer. Grandma is Shakira. Shakira is a sow that raised numerous champions, including the grand overall barrel at 23 Breeders' Cup, also shown by Shelby Martin, the 4th overall D3 Barrett, Indiana. Honestly, the riding gets small and it goes for a long time. That's Shakira Sal. Talk to DJ and talk to Mara of what she's provided. I don't know for sure, but I'd assume Shakira might have her own pen. If she don't, she deserves to. That's a phenomenal sow line there for sure. And this pig is a good example of those. That's tag 119, Yorkshire classifying male there. Tag 72, we've talked about Sanders' success and passion on the Yorkshire side of things. We've had a very good Yorkshire female there before. I'd say if you're going to try to beat that one, you need to grab onto this one because Sanders tends to come in and get to the backdrop very quickly. This is tag 72 again, out of Speak for Yourself, which is the $20,000 PT boar on a Wild Thing sow there, which is also Warden's mom. And so again, long list of winners here. Don't be offended if I don't read them all off, DJ. If they can't see the quality of this one, then we haven't watched Yorkshire shows very often. Very, very good female there in tag 72. The male is tag 119. We will flip to Colson Show Pigs next, and my very good buddy Evan Green here in the ring. And I guess I've said this at a few previews, and I've told people there privately, an individual and a firm there, Monty and Fred, and the whole Colson firm. I've always respected for what they're able to do in the show ring. There are ones I've always said I was glad they're in Oklahoma because it's so hard to beat them. I'd hate to show against them every single weekend. But more importantly, in the last year, 2 years, me and Evan got to be very good friends, or I consider him a great friend, an awesome human. That the one thing I can tell you is also kind of quiet, but very, very stressed because he's stressed out about making them right, making them good, and there's nobody more passionate about them. He texted me the other night when we were talking about semen cells and talking about his online gilt cell. He said, hey, I'm going to sleep with these show pigs I'm taking this weekend. That's what he believes about these. We start out with this blue pig here. He's a stinger on a never-before sow. Mom originated from the Trogdon firm. Grandma is a litter mate to Last Dance. Mate brother was the white one last weekend at the established that I like so much that I told several of the guys there that feed around that you'll like this white one, but you'll know how good he is when you see his blue male here. That one was awesome in the Farron house. He is awesome back there in the cell get ready pen. Phenomenal blue one, regardless what color he is. The dark cross male there is out of OG. That was one of the first pigs that he pulled out to go to live sales there. OG is obviously the very popular boar there, the tricked out son there that's done an awesome job siring them. That one may be as dense and hairy and naturally as good about his hide and pigment as any of them. Big about his bone work, tall shouldered. The reason that OGs work is they look like that and continually feed. That one's grandma is the $60,000 OIE gilt out of Next. She's out of she was bred to backdrop. That's out of a backdrop next sow. The gilt here is the one that he's driving here. Another 77 litter OG gilt there, a litter mate to that boar pig that we just talked about, and 2 or 3 gilts that sold in his gilt sale this last week that topped this gilt sale online. Obviously, he saved the one that he wanted to showcase at Kings when he come out here. As successful as Colson repetitively is year in and year out in the barrel ring, they're absolutely impossible termed in the gilt side of things there. This gilt looks like she's just like the rest of them. Backdrop next. Grandmother is the $60,000 gilt there. Granted OIE out of the wildly popular OG board, and I don't say that loosely. I've been trying to hunt and find pigs out of that board to feed because they do flat do that. That gilt is tag 66. The belted yellow tag is the OG sired pig that I don't have his tag written down, and the blue tag is tag 19. The belted one is tag 106. 106. Colson Show Pigs. Yanis is in the ring here, and obviously one of those firms there that if he's not on the short list or the top side of breeders in every single breed, then you haven't watched the show ring here lately. And obviously in the Chester ring, absolutely completely dominates at every single show across the country there. The gilt that Brandon is on is going to be tagged 65, Chester female out of WD-40 on a show-off sow. The dam is the mate to the champion Chester at Denver in 23. The pedigree reads the same as the champion Chester, third overall gilt at Expo, the champion Chester, and grand overall barrow at the 2024 Illinois State Fair this last time. That you read that right, champion Chester, but he was the grand champion barrow overall at Illinois, and that third overall gilted Expo was maybe one of my very favorite pigs of any color, of any sex that I maybe have ever seen there. That the son showed at Expo there. Again, WD-40 show off, tag 65 is what the Chester female is there. The white down-eared male there, and we specified white down-eared male because that tag 105 is out of the bore. Big Daddy on a show off. Sow there. Dam is a mate to the champion Chester at 2023 Denver. So I'm assuming those are litter mate mothers that these are out of here. And again, that's a male pig. Again, looks like those Yanis ones that win. Stoutness, look, presence, shape, bulk, density, and flexibility. That one's got a little bit different wrinkle pedigree-wise, and maybe has just a little bit different look than some of those Chesters that'll hit the ring this winter. So again, that one there is Yanis's Chester or down-eared male pig there that he offers in tag 105, and the gilt will be offered there tomorrow, tag 65. I commented Brandon's success across all breeds, and we lead in with another pair here. The Duroc pig there that Brandon's on is tag 147. He's out of 305 on a work of art sow, and it's one of those that is partnered with Beeman or 305 or 305 Heimer on the work of art sow. Trifecta is what he said on the pedigree side of things there. There's a long list of winners there. Again, pedigree is there and true. If you're going to know anything, he's going to assemble genetics that feed. Again, awesome proportions, loose jointed, great look and presence. Everything fits, everything matches, and the maturity pattern to feed. We'll end by talking about tag 18, this spotted male pig that's his leadoff. He's out of the Titan. We've talked about him at Jennings and what he's done in the spotted breed. The mother is a loudmouth big Bam sow. The dam is the aunt to the grand champion barrow at the 23 Illinois State Fair. He won this year with a Chester barrow. He won last year with a spotted barrow, grand overall. This one's also a mate. The dam is the aunt to the champion barrow, spot barrow at the 22 San Antonio. And actually, uniquely, the mother of the reserve grand champion Landrace barrow at the 24 San Antonio Stock Show. Again, it don't matter. We don't show them by pedigree. We classify them there. Awesome spot pig that is a spot barrow. Tag 18, another one of those that if I was going to put my bets on stuff is going to get a banner this winter. The red barrow is tag 147. This completes our offering there by Yanis. Pair of pigs from Polish here, and they're out of Buckle Up on a My Intention Nomad sow. Able to talk to Eric back at his truck. The very first pig I saw that was coming to the sale, and it's probably because whenever you're scrolling through Facebook, things got to grab your attention. I saw a picture, but more so saw a video of this boar pig, excuse me, that Eric is on. And then ironically, the very first pig I saw on the grass outside was this same pig. I told him that video was intriguing on the shorter grass when he came out here was even better than I thought he was there. We've got a mate male pig there that is the other offering. Their tag numbers is tag number 12 and tag number 98 there. Again, one of those we could describe them forever. There's no reason for us to do that. You've heard me talk about things enough there. Again, Eric's synonymous with trying to make progress, having champion pigs out here. I know he's as excited about the boar pig, probably as nervous nervous as he's probably been at pig sales. I could kind of read that in our discussion there earlier. He never said it there, but if you'll go talk to him about what that sow line has done, the females there, winter after winter, again, it don't matter when they're this good. These are probably the heaviest legged and obviously the hairiest ones that we've had. Modern looking, looks like they can generate, looks like they'll be awesome show barrows right here. Be fun to have, and I know Eric's proud of them. Tag 12, tag 98. We got Goss in the ring. Blake and Ty came down, and they obviously been hitting things hard and heavy, not only on the pig sale trail, but I don't know that there's maybe even a county fair in the country, but for sure a state fair or a major show in the country that they're not at and attend and end up having a winner. And they just know what it takes. They know what it does. And they brought a pair out here. I talked to Ty again back in the parking lot, and he said that they've got just have this pair. It was a nice breath to kind of relax and come here, and they were focused and had separated these for the Kings of the Hill. They start off again. The blue tag is the start off one that Ty is driving there. That is tag 15. He's out of One Truth. The Brockman board there, and back on the end game sow. Mom is a litter mate to Bunts Barrow that was grand at OIE in 22. So again, end game the pig there that's a litter mate to Bunts is the mother. Back on the One Truth boar. Again, very true to style of what Goss brings out. Soft and big body, but more importantly, stout, dense, and absolutely flat motors when he gets across the ring. Blake is on tag 102, yellow tag 102. The dot top male there is out a heavy hitter. I don't know as much as that boar is used. I don't know that there's another firm in the country that used him as heavily as what the Goss firm did. And he made the comment to the get together the other day that he's not backing down, and they're continually plowing those across the cross sows there. That one is out of a proposal sow. The mother is the $50,000 gilt that they partnered on with Hawk. That was a sale maker at Tulsa this last time. So again, heavy hitter proposal on tag 102, and then the lead off is tag 15. He's a One Truth end game. Got a gilt here by Goss again, and again, it's been fun the last few months to work with some of these guys on some of the online sale offerings. And one of the most fun sales, or couple sales that we've had there, is some gilt offerings that Goss has had, and those things absolutely, I guess the lack of better terms, just flew off the shelf when they were offered, because he doesn't offer these gilts that often. We've said that several times tonight, but obviously true on the Goss side of things. And when they do, they expect to win. And this gilt just looks like one that's going to win whenever she gets to the show ring. This is tag 43. She's out of Say So, back on a strictly business sow. First litter gilt, grandma would be 22.7. The mother of the Garrison Strike is grand at Tulsa State Fair. There is absolutely not a deeper ditch in a gilt of the barn. There's not one that has a better, squarer edge that's more consistent up top. She's got a stout head, a huge arm, a hairy back leg. It bends. It looks like you could show her next week, and you'll win in the winter there as well. They don't offer gilts like this, and better grab a hold of whenever you do. Again, tag number 43 completes Goss's entries. We got High Point in next, and I think we end up with five or six entries here. And again, I don't know if Brent's made it down or if he is making it down yet, but I've said it on a time or two before. I've told him in his face there before there. High Point was my first job whenever I got out of college, and I still don't know whether I want to thank Brent or curse him there, but at the same time, I attribute a lot of things to him. And if you've ever met anybody that's focused, Brent Bolin is focused, and he told me about 3 years ago, hey, we're going to do it, we're going to do it again, and he's here, and we're going to do it. And I went to his place the other day, and he said, when I go to Texas, I'm going to bring the best ones that we've raised, and I can tell you, he is hyper-focused, and and fun to talk to. Again, sometimes want to cuss him still, but an awesome breeder and one of those that's fun to watch the success he's had over generations. We start with the off-belted one there. I remember him as a little tiny pig 3 weeks ago. An awesome individual, tag 21. He's out a heavy hitter on a JoJo sow. Again, High Point's had one of the most successful boar runs or boar studs in the country. He used a lot of outside boars to make sure he was headed where he needed to be. That's his lead off in tag 21. Tag 148 is the other one in the ring. That's white tag 148, another heavy hitter, JoJo. That would be a litter mate to the lead off there. Very, very high quality pair here, High Point Genetics, that kicks off tonight. We'll grab tag numbers as we kind of go through here. We've got white tag, which is tag 109, the bigger pig here. The young lady's on, and I said that earlier in the preview. Maybe not said it too many times, but it's probably obviously you guys know. If you were sleeping there in July and early August, whenever this age and this set was going, and still looking to gather pigs, that can show in January. Or maybe big enough, heavy enough 8 pigs in early Feb. We might have missed the boat. There's not very many of them across the country. This is one of them that is. He's a trick daddy on a prime cut. Talk to Brent, talk to Tom especially, and talk to him about how those prime cut sows and what the impact they've had there at High Point. Talked about, or he mentioned that he burnt this one's back just a bit, but that one is one awesome, stout, wide, powerful, very High Point looking, Brent Bolin looking kind of show pig there that's still awfully flexible and good in terms of his running gear. The yellow tag pig that's in the ring is tag 108. He's out of beast mode. Beast mode is obviously a boar they had great faith in and used a lot thought there. These are some of the first beast mode pigs there. One of the stoutest individuals from a boar perspective across the country there. Get in early. That one's got the mass width and a broad shape there to win and still bend his rear leg. Looks awesome. That's the one Parker's on. That 108 is tag, the yellow tag, the beast mode sired one. 109 is the bigger trick daddy pig. Tag 149 is another yellow tag that enters the ring. He's another one of the beast modes on a next intention sow. That's the one the young lady has. Tag 110 is the other male pig in here, the off-belted male pig. He's another beast mode next intention. These are litter mate pigs there in tag 110, the off-belted one, and then tag 149 there in the traditional belt. Again, High Point looking power, High Point looking shape. He saved these back. They've got some size at the same time with that side of spread and dimension, that kind of running gear there. You could probably decide where you want to show them. I wouldn't be surprised if these don't show up there in March and able to grab a banner there. But again, Brent's very, very hyper focused. He's very, very passionate about making sure that he's on top and doesn't accept anything else there. He's confident in these pigs. He's confident that they'll feed. He's been working for 2 years to get them there. And again, he and I both agree that he's got them there back. Again, awesome set there. He brought several of them for you to choose from. Make sure you kick them out there in the back. This is High Point Genetics offering. All right, final drive is our last one to preview tonight, and I know it feels long and it's kind of been redundant. Don't want to hear me the whole time, but I guess that's what you got into. But that's perfectly fine. The pigs have been absolutely phenomenal. I've talked about a couple other breed pigs or breed classifying pigs that were memorable when Jordan brought these in earlier. Definitely sat on the end of my seat. A passionate guy about all show pigs, but obviously the white or the Yorkshire classifying show ring ring, maybe even more so there. We've got tag 27, which is the leadoff that Camlin is driving there. That one's out of Salty on a Last Dance sow. Salty is the solid white, well, quite frankly, son that they have there at the house. The sow reserve, the sow was the reserve light cross and 4th overall gilt at the Arkansas Youth Expo this last time. Again, whether you choose that one to be a boar or a barra, I think he'd be fun to own. There is not one of any color, any stouter, any looser structured, or any more correct in their hip and rear leg assembly than that one there. The one that Jordan is on is the yellow tag 116. He's out of Wintex White on a white noise sow. The sow is the mother of SJ, which is their $20,000 board press spec last spring that was out of Salty there. And again, a pair of male pigs that I know Jordan is extremely confident in. Whether you read either one of them as a barra, whether either one of them as a boar, they're white. They classify as Yorkshires. Their body length is proportionate. Their shape up top is incredible for that particular ring. More importantly, their passions are right. Their bone is right. Their skeleton is right. They're dense and burly and stout, and an awesome way to end here. Final drive, tags 27 and 116.
Well, that concludes the preview. Again, I want to thank Kelton. I mean, there's nobody in this business that does a better job, and I really appreciate what he did. I hope that we didn't lose the voice and can go again maybe tomorrow. We'll see how that goes, but we really appreciate him doing that. And again, I've had several guys in the back, Kelton, say, you know, he just does a very, very good job, and we appreciate that. We're going to do it again in the morning at 10. The sale will start at promptly 1 o'clock. Hopefully we'll have about 30, 45 minutes there to kind of get our stuff together and get you to see them in the back. The breeders are all here. Get them back, get them out tonight if you want to. I anticipate with the crew that was here, the number of people that was here tonight, that we're going to have a pretty good crowd. Pigs will get worked pretty hard tomorrow, so maybe a good advantage tonight to get back. If you want to get something out and look at them out there on the grass or anything, let me know. So or let the breeders know. Again, thank you very much. We'll see you in the morning at 10.